Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Today we're going to be playing World of Warcraft Classic, specifically on a private server. This is something that I have been looking forward to doing for a long time. I got into World of Warcraft, ironically enough, from watching the Warcraft movie, which I really enjoyed. I honestly wasn't really all that into fantasy at the time, and so seeing what to me seemed like a fairly fresh take on it, compared to all the Lord of the Rings I had watched at the time, all the Lord of the Rings and the Harry Potter I had watched at the time, it was something that I could really get into and get behind, and I thought it was super cool. Now, it's been 10 years since then. It was back in 2015, and it has been a struggle trying to get into WoW that whole time. I played on numerous private servers. I've nearly gotten characters to level cap, but I never have. I played during the Legion expansion and enjoyed myself, but ultimately fell off. I ended up favoring Final Fantasy XIV a lot more, and I actually became an endgame player of that game for a while. But now I'm getting back into the game I really like. I really like WoW. Those of you know I also really hate the developer Blizzard. I think they make really good games, but they've really fallen off over the years, and they have done some truly despicable things to their employees and their fans. So for me personally, I refuse to officially play World of Warcraft. I would rather play on a private server because then I can guarantee that none of the money I'm putting into the game is going towards, I don't know, raping people. So, if those of you are wondering, like, why a private server? Well, that's why a private server. It's more ethical to play the game on a private server than it is to play it on an official server, because the money you're putting towards that official server might be used for horrible, evil shit, you know? The Diablo 3 Overwatch money was used to basically torment women to death. So I'd rather not partake in that and instead support a grassroots community that isn't even asking me for any money to begin with. And I encourage all of you to do the same. So today we're going to be playing World of Warcraft Classic on the Everlook server. I'm very much looking forward to that. The instructions for how to play with are in the Discord. You can also just look up World of the Warcraft, really, Alex? World of Warcraft. There we go. Okay, and then just Warcraft for the second one. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything set up. But yeah, this is going to be a long playthrough. No shit, right? However, I'm very much looking forward to it. I invite everyone to join us, and catching up to me should be fairly easy because I'll only be playing this on stream. So if you're worried about falling behind, you won't, and we'll be able to all play the game together and enjoy ourselves. Oh, Temmie made a croquette. Cool. This is one of my favorite games. I plan on taking this character all the way to 60, even if you guys don't join me, which is, again, fine. That's kind of what the multiplayer slot is for. It's for people who wish to join if they want, but if they don't, that's fine. It's not the end of the world, as much as I'd like for everyone to join me and play and have fun with me. Alrighty. But yeah, the other thing I had an issue with the game is specifically how the game's community handles content. It's something that Folding Ideas talks a bit about how pretty much whenever content is not current, it gets abandoned by the community. And for me personally, I like to play games in their entirety. I fight bosses in Dark Souls so that I can fight bosses in Dark Souls. Not for any other reason. I don't care about unlocking weapons or anything like that. I come from an origin of I'm a gamer, not an MMO gamer. And so because of that, for me, doing a raid, I'm not doing it for the loot, I'm doing it so that I can do the raid and have fun and fight the bosses. And you'll see a bit of that. That's going to definitely cause conflict when we get further into the game. But, That's something that's very different between me and the MMO community. Be right back, guys. It's actually the reason why it's taken me so long to get as far as I have in Final Fantasy XIV, is that I'm constantly running into conflict where I'm like, guys, let's do the content to do the content for fun, and nobody wants to help me. I get the impression, and especially after Dawn Trail, I get the impression that MMO players are less fans of the games they play and more addicted to the games they play. I know for a fact that I'm not addicted to WoW. That's just it's just with how I play the game and how I'm not constantly on it like everyone else. I get the impression that I'm different in that way. Like, I'm at least built somewhat different, right? However, I don't think the rest of the MMO community is like me in that regard. I'm here to play the games for fun and have a good time, and other people are there because to them it's a job. To them, they're obsessed, they need to keep playing no matter what. And when the content treadmill runs quiet for a bit, you can watch as entire MMO communities have a fucking meltdown. In the case of Final Fantasy XIV, where the game hasn't changed really at all, at least compared to other MMOs, and you just watch as the endgame community fucking falls to pieces because they can't get their fix. And it's been crazy to me watching that shit go down. I don't know, like, I know why. It has nothing to do with the actual quality of the game and everything to do with this was something that they could do to kill time every week. A lot of time. And they had a lot of time to kill. For me, I have less free time, so I care more about quality than I do quantity. It's a damn shame. Like, I would love to make a video one of these days on the community turning on 14. Because I've been playing that game since 2015. And it hasn't changed all that much. It's also hasn't gotten easier. It hasn't gotten harder. It's mostly remained static because that game is baby bitch easy. Now, maybe the content you're talking about in Dawn Trail has changed, but I haven't gotten that far, and neither has most of the player base. Most of the player base is still sitting in A Realm Reborn. Right. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little MMO rant, but I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV and WoW back and forth, basically side by side with each other since I started playing MMOs. And it's been great. It's been really fun. It's also been really frustrating. I think this is a very strange genre of games. I think it's kind of lost its way in the modern day. But I think they're still very fun, and they're very unique. Whenever I hear there's a new MMO, I try to put time into it. I try to play it if I can afford to. I specifically have a passion for older MMOs I missed, because a lot of them I can play for free. Like a new private server for an old dead MMO coming out, to me, is worth far more celebration than a new MMO being announced. Not because I think these old MMOs are better, but because the barrier for entry is lower, and a lot of the problematic monetization that new MMOs have, those games don't have it. Like, a lot of those older games don't got it. Alright, but it's been a fascinating genre of games to get into. These are more obscure genres that are quote-unquote struggling. I don't think MMOs are struggling at all. I think they're as popular as they've always been, and other game genres have just gotten more popular. There's this weird... Like, I would love to talk about the MMO YouTube community, because they are one of the most self-destructive communities I've ever seen on YouTube. where if you look at what games get criticized for outside of the MMO space. People criticize games for having bad monetization, having bad quality content, having other issues. However, what do MMOs get criticized for? Do they get criticized for bad monetization? No. Do they get criticized for bad content? No. They get criticized for not having enough content. Because the majority of the MMO player base are not gamers, they're addicts. But I'll talk more about that eventually. I think some of I do think a good chunk of them are... How do I put... I don't want to say they're a majority or addicts, but I think, like all gaming communities, a lot of people want their game to be the best. And so when they hear that overwhelmingly from their fellow players that a game has gone bad, they're likely to jump ship because they don't want to waste time on a game that's not good, you know? And the players that are the loudest and most passionate are not the passionate, they are the addicted. The people who are mad that they don't get to get their fix, that their new raid isn't out already just for them, that the raid was not hard enough to keep them playing or easy enough to give them the loot they immediately wanted. Like I said, there's a lot of weirdness in the MMO community that I will discuss as we go further on, because... Alright. Here we go. It's been crazy. Let's just say it's been crazy being an MMO fan for this last 10 years in this modern era. You know, coming in and playing thousands of hours of MMOs and in a time where MMOs are quote-unquote dead, you know? Because I do think that game design ultimately... Like, I've talked a bit about this before, and I think MMOs have kind of shown me that... it doesn't matter how many people are playing your multiplayer game. What matters is how well you've designed your multiplayer game to encourage people to socially interact. If you don't design your MMO to actually get people to interact with each other, they won't. And I think a lot of games start to feel dead because people are disconnected from the community. Anyways, I feel like having an autistic rant right before the start of a World of Warcraft stream is very fitting. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna go ahead and get started here soon. Instructions for how to join the server are in the Discord. I welcome all of you. Hello, I joined soon. Hi, Obi. Good to see you, man. Hell yeah. I have to leave at 5, I think. Okay. That's fine, man. But yes, I will be playing this very slowly. If you wish to outlevel me and play ahead, go right ahead. I don't mind. I'll be working on professions off stream if I do end up playing at all. If not, I'll probably just play other stuff while I wait. This is going to be a long, long playthrough. But because we dropped Borderlands, I'm like, what multiplayer game do I want to play more than anything right now? And it's fucking... World of Warcraft, man. I'm just craving it. Craving it right now. Missing my boy FREEZEY Steve. Also, I'm going to be reading all the quest text, so that'll be fun. I haven't done that before, but it's been a while since I've gotten to do voice acting, and since all my streams are 4 hours long now, I feel more comfortable doing that. Hello there. Hi, Mr. Ghost. Hi, Ziggy. Good to see you, friend. How you been? Devils. You guys doing good? I'm happy to see you all. How are things? Hi, Foxeltrot. How you doing, man? It's great to see you. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Aw, you need to let your feet heal, my friend. I know you want to go do stuff, but your feet are damaged. Playing on your Switch, hell yeah. I feel like we were saying my PC, but it just didn't want to reset for some reason. Your PC has gained autonomy and has become immortal. I am sorry. Your computer is now AM from 2000, or not AM, HAL 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Fucking gruesome beats, hell yeah. That's enough of that. Did I tell you about my grandma Alex? No, tell me about your grandma Alex. Trying to blend shapes on your VTuber model. Good luck, my friend. I hope that it goes well for you. Yes, so this is our character, FREEZEY Steve. He died during the siege of, he died during the events of Warcraft 3, and he dreamed of a frozen land to the north. And in this dream, he climbed the mountain and took some ice from its peak. And so when he awakened, reborn into this world as an undead, he possessed the power of ice, and he dubbed himself, he took on a new identity, FREEZEY Steve. And that's his backstory. Anyways, we're gonna get right into it. Once my cutscene finishes, we're gonna go ahead and pop into the VC where I can chat with Obi. He'll be joining me for this playthrough, and all of you can join as well. Just check the links I posted in Arena, and you should be good to go.
Bound to the iron will of the tyrant Lich King, the vast undead armies of the Scourge seek to eradicate all life on Azeroth. Led by the Banshee Sylvanas Windrunner, a group of renegades broke away from the Scourge and freed themselves of the Lich King's domination. Known by some as the Forsaken, this group fights a constant battle, not only to retain its freedom from the Scourge, but also to slaughter those who would hunt them as monsters.
I am Forsaken.
With Sylvanas as their Banshee Queen,
yes,
the Forsaken have built a dark stronghold beneath the ruins of Lordaeron's.
And that's his backstory, hell yeah.
This hidden undercity forms a sprawling labyrinth,
hell yeah, Ziggy,
that stretches beneath the haunted woods of the Tirisfal Glades. Though the very land is cursed, the zealous humans of the Scarlet Crusade still cling to their scattered holdings, obsessed with eradicating the undead and retaking their homeland. Convinced that the primitive races of the Horde can help them achieve victory over their enemies, the Forsaken have entered an alliance of convenience. Harboring no true loyalty for their new allies, they will go to any lengths to ensure their dark plans come to fruition. As one of the Forsaken, you must massacre any who pose a threat to the new order.
Yes.
Human, undead, or otherwise.
So we are playing as the only faction in this game that is straight up evil. Most of the Horde is misunderstood, or has reasons for doing what they're doing. The undead also have reasons for doing what they're doing, but they are a fan favorite because they are the only faction in the game that could best be described as straight up evil. So what are our skills right now? We got auto attack. We're going to just immediately remove that from the bar. We don't have any. We have our ice shield, but that's all we have for ice powers at the moment. We're going to go ahead and keep our mushroom cap on the bar, but we have this ability called cannibalize. As an undead, as a Forsaken, we are able to eat the corpses of our enemies. I'm wondering that too, Obi. I feel like there's going to be a lot less women on the Horde side, because a lot of Horde players enjoy being monsters. They enjoy playing as the orcs, or the tauren, or the undead, right? And hell yeah. That's the undead dance, by the way. You fucking headbang. They're metalheads. I fucking love it. But I'm guessing there's a lot... So basically the reason why is a lot of the men, a lot of the masculine character models are a lot more bestial and violent looking. Big and muscly and mean, you know? And a lot of the ladies are a lot more lithe and small and petite. With the exception to the tauren, of course. Because I can't update Guilty Gear. Damn! Can't even play as Lucy from Cyberpunk, which is fucking crazy that crossover happened. FREEZEY Steve, and that's his backstory. I love that you like that. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn my VC on so I can hear Obi, who's playing as Mumba, the troll. Hey, Obi, how's it going?
Oh, hello.
Hello! Let me add Mumba to my list. Mumba. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and grab our first quest as FREEZEY Steve. There's my inventory. Oh, I like to put my Hearthstone on my bar. There we go. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and leave my bars alone for now until we get further in. But yeah. Let's talk to our first NPC, Undertaker Mordo.
What do you require?
About time you woke up. We were ready to toss you into the fire with others, but it looks like you made it. I am Mordo, the caretaker of the Crypt of Deathnell, and you are the Lich King's slave, no more. Speak with Shadow Priest Sarvi. Sarvis in the chapel at the base of the hill. He will tell you more of what you must know. Sounds good.
Trust no one.
Also, I held down my mute button so that you couldn't hear me yapping. Is it control click or how do I move? How do I move my thing?
Oh, I don't...
How do we?
Can you screen share so...
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, that turns the arrow on, but how do I move it? Uh-oh. Is it alt click? Control click, alt click, right click. Okay, let me
Yeah, that it was insane.
Good to have a technical issue right off the bat. How do I move my questy arrow? Why does your PC hate Guilty Gear Strive?
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's person.
Tracker background, tracker header. How do I move this fucking thing? I don't want it to be dead center of the screen, so well, how to move questy tracker. Here we are. Control click the active quests text and you can drag it. Weird, doesn't work. Okay. Use control. Is it control shift click? That is absurd. Yup. It sure is control shift click. Look at that. Yup. And that problem solved. Alrighty, we talked to our first friend. I like to put this dead center at the top of my screen. That's how I like to roll. He says while not putting it dead center. Alright. I've done the eyes looking around, the blinks. Yeah, you should re-download the game, Ghost. And the Verm, I also gonna make the Valencia for you. I'll look like I just copy-paste a lot of it. Hell yeah, man. Yes. You might have some corrupted files there, man. I would recommend verifying the integrity of your game files and going from there. But yeah, basically the way I'll be doing quest texts is, unless Obi's here with me, I will be reading, I will be push to muting myself in the Discord so that Obi doesn't have to listen to me yapping in quest text. So yeah.
Here's the yapper.
Here's the yapper. Alrighty, so we have lots of friends around here. We got the priest trainer, we have the warlock trainer, the demon trainer, if you want a demon. If you're a warlock, you can summon demons. You start with a little scamp, then you get a big old plasma dude, then a rock monster, then a succubus / incubus if you want, and then a rock monster. Rock monster, and there's my trainer. I love, this is my favorite appearance, by the way, for Lady Undead, is just the no skin on the bottom jaw. You get, like, the fucking Raiden jaw, and then the pitch black eyes.
I like the hanging jaw one. It doesn't make sense.
The hanging jaw with the tongue just lolling out, that one's the best, yeah. Incubus? Yes. Look up World of Warcraft Incubus, Ziggy. I believe you will be pleasantly surprised. It is, I think it is the hottest character I've ever seen in a video game. Alright, voice acting time. Here we go. No other race on Azeroth has suffered as much as our people. Mage, to laugh in the face of death has become second nature for all of us. Another of the walking dead. Must have been quite a shock, waking up in the crypt with only the cold and Mordor to greet you. I see the confusion on your face. Let me try to explain our situation to you. We have been freed from the Council of the Lich King by our new leader, Lady Sylvanas. The Dark Lady guides us in our war against the hated Scourge, and the holdouts of humanity who dog our every step. I will be playing as evil Potemkin, as opposed to good Potemkin. We Forsaken are at war with the Lich King's army of the Scourge, necromantically raised armies of the undead, foul beasts of the north, and tormented specters. The northern part of the village has become overrun with the mindless ones, and they must be destroyed. Destroy them. Show them no mercy. Our former brothers and sisters as they might be, the fallen are nothing but the Lich King's slaves. Alright. That was fun. Shadow Priest Sarvis wants you to kill 8 mindless zombies and 8 wretched zombies. You'll be able to choose from one of these rewards. So we can get a cloak, or we can get gloves. Right now, probably going to go, I don't know. We'll just go with whatever gives us the most armor until we start getting stats. So we'll go with the gloves. Accept.
Trust no one.
BRB, I'll be back.
See you soon, Obi. Lore-wise, he's an upstanding guy. So he's like, he's like Zangief. Zangief in lore is like a hero, but... Alright, so yep, now we just gotta kill these mindless zombies. We'll go ahead and pop our shield here, and we'll use fire to start, because we don't have access to frost spells quite yet, but we will soon. Am I out of mana already with 2 casts? Are you for real? That's hilarious. I did not know how bad it was. Oh, right, because I cast Frost Shield. So yeah, early game, it's going to be very simple and basic. If you're worried the game's too complicated, worry not, because you'll be able to get started this way. Let's have a snack. Okay, I didn't take enough damage to justify having a snack, so we're going to go ahead and cast some fire on this bench. Hey, worst comes to worst, we can just pull them back into the guards here. Yep, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to pull him back into the guards. The guards will kill him, and I'll still get the kill because it's tagged. Or not. Alright. But yeah, it's the opposite of Zangief, where Zangief is, or it's the same as Zangief, where Zangief's like a really upstanding guy in lore, but in gameplay he's seen as a villain because he scares the shit out of people. I think it's really funny that Zangief and Bison were... Like, I think it's great that Zangief and Bison were sitting side by side in Wreck-It Ralph, because that's fucking on point. Some people remember, who don't know the lore of Street Fighter, which, to be fair, who cares? But, people who don't know the lore of Street Fighter see Zangief as a villain because, well... Because he was the villain of their gameplay, that's for sure. Like, Zangief may not have been the villain of the story of Street Fighter, but when it came to playing it in the arcade, he was scary as shit, especially in arcade mode. And also, people, like, grabs have always been controversial in fighting games because you can't block them. Like, grabs being unblockable is such a controversial thing in fighting games. Let's get the music on loop, by the way, because the music's really good in this zone. Flute music, please. Thank you. But yeah, I love gameplay villain versus I love gameplay villain versus story villain. That's a really fun thing I've never really thought of before. So as a mage, you need to stop and drink water. Whenever you run out of mana, drink some water. Now, you later on as a mage, I'll be able to conjure my own water, but for the time being, we'll be doing this. And so yeah, this is kind of slow and tedious. However, the way the game works is that if there's other people in the zone playing with you, you can join up with them, and they can help you do the quest. And like the quests being built the way they are encourages you to engage with other players. Basically, the way I explain MMOs is they're usually very simple games that grow more complex over time with a chat room built into it. Like right now, my world chat's not turned on, so I can't see what other players are saying. But probably when I hit a certain level, it will activate, and we'll be able to see the chat going nuts. Command grabs are completely unblockable. Yeah, you can tech grabs. Yeah, and like teching is just like, yeah, you just hit the button at the same time, but command grabs, like, oh my gosh, like King is the most like rage-inducing character in Tekken, because you have to specifically know how to break all of his fucking grabs if you fight him. Because if he gets a hold of you, it's done. I also love how, like, the meta of Tekken worked for 7. I don't know Tekken 8 very well, but I love how one of the top characters in Tekken 8 was fucking Paul. Like, the fact that Paul was a top-tier character, where it's like, what does he do? Does he have any crazy combos or infinites? No, he just punches you really hard. And then you die. The end. Oh yeah, King's awesome. King is so fucking cool. Again, he's a gameplay villain. Got a quest from this lady now that we're level 2?
What do you require?
My duties include tending to our wounded warriors, tailoring armor and clothes, and assisting Shadow Priest Sarvis with whatever else he might need. From the look of it, you'll be enlisted in this service also, hunting the mindless ones. If I know his mind, well, if you'd like to stay in one piece, and I've no doubt you do, perhaps I can help. I am running out of paws and wings, and if you bring me some, I'll find some armor for you. You'll find a good number of wolves and bats to the south. Alright, cool, let's go hunt some bats.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, little undead. Alright. We're going to keep working on the mindless ones, because, well, they're right there. And honestly, not a lot of mob competition in this area. I'm really hoping that we get more population as we go further into the game, because this is a high-pop server. But right now, the undead starting zone is pretty sparse. He's out of mana, that's okay. We're just going to bonk this guy with our stick. And as we get better in the game, we'll kill enemies more quickly, so we won't have to stick them to death. Alright, this will be our last mindless zombie we have to kill, and then we can move on to the wretched zombies. The Rombies. Harambe! Harambe! Alright. Let's go ahead and drink a water. I drink a water. Water's gone. Hopping up, fireball out. First my hands, now my PC. Who else is going to turn against me? Me! Ha ha ha! Die! Zangief and lore, very nice guy who loves fighting. Zangief and gameplay, check out this walking SPD. For real, for real. He's terrifying. I cannot wait to get my ice spells. It's gonna be so great. I'm only looking for wretched zombies. I don't care about nobody else. Give me more wretched zombombies to fight, plebes. Duskbat wings, scavenger paws. There's a rattlecage skeleton. There's a wretched. Die. Die. Where's he? Where you going, buddy? I'm all the way over here. I also love how even when he's casting spells, he's throwing up the horn. So yeah, every race has their own unique casting animations. I love the undead casting animation. So it's like throwing up the horns. Yeah, he's still doing the. He's throwing up the horns whenever he casts a fireball. It's fucking sick. Metalhead zombies is what we're dealing with here. Some of which actually have metal in their heads. I do plan on switching. I do plan on getting a wand as soon as possible, because being able to just do passive damage without spending mana as a mage is highly valuable. Alrighty, now that that's done, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some. Let's go ahead and finish this quest. Actually, let's wait to do this quest until we've done the rest. We have a quest over here, level 5 quest. Is that available? Oh, cool! I can grab that level 5 quest, but we're not there yet. So, we'll grab that when we get to it. But yeah, basically this is the game. You go on adventures, most of the time with your friends. It'll get harder, so you'll need help. But if you're good enough at your character, you can basically stand your own ground and play solo. It's really cool. This game has aged very well, in my opinion. But yeah, those gray items you see me picking up, those the items with gray names, you can just sell them. They're not worth they're not used for anything. Items with white names, if you don't know what they're for, you should at least try to put them on the auction house. Boom. So, this is an interesting game. World of Warcraft has kind of started. It started as a singular game, but over time, content-wise, it's become its own series. Basically, the way this game works and the way the community of WoW works is that certain content is seen as irrelevant, and the developers don't do any work to make it relevant, like with 14, where they try to encourage players to constantly go through old content. World of Warcraft is a game that over time has completely rendered itself obsolete, which is why I'm playing a private server of vanilla rather than an official server of the current game. With 14, you can just play Final Fantasy 14 and you have the whole game. But this game pioneered the shit that Destiny did, and it's not entirely the developer's fault. They can't control player behavior. I wish. I mean, they can. They could totally put the work in and encourage players to go through old content, level synced with new, like do what 14 does, right? But this game never did that, and so because of that, all this old content you see in the game is old and outdated, and a lot of players won't even bother going through it. In fact, the current game won't even put you in this zone to start with. They'll put you on an island, which will serve as its own tutorial, which I think gets you to like level 60 or something crazy like that. But basically, huge swaths of the game are considered to be optional, and for me, I really prefer this version of the game because everyone starts at the same point and everyone works together to reach the same goal. Yeah, what happened to your hands, man? You mentioned that, I'm just like, wait, what? What's up with your hands? I'm sure you thought the same thing when you were having hand problems. You're like, what's up with my hands? How can I help you? Do you see my mana? How can I help you right now? The original name for this stream was not, it's time for FREEZEY Steve. It was, I hope I can at least be a better mage than him. That's my goal. I need to be a better mage than Pirate Software. It's a high bar, I know, but I'm going to work towards it, you guys. And I will not let my team down. That being said, I'm not playing on hardcore either. They sometimes don't type the right words. Really? Okay, fair enough. I've been having that too. But that's because I've been dead tired all the time lately because of my bad sleep. So, yeah. We need scavenger paws still, so let's go keep hunting wolves. But yeah, these early starting zones are actually built to be walkable on foot, which is really nice. That goes away the second we get out of this zone. We're going to have a lot of time just running and talking. Just running and talking. Just running and talking. You're already on the right track. Step 1, don't play on hardcore. I like that. But yeah, this area is actually built to be walkable. Most areas are not. Most areas are built with mounts in mind. I don't know why they did that, but they did that. Oh yeah, it's because they want to give you a lot of downtime so you have an excuse to talk to people. Which I will try and do. I will try and chat with other players whenever I get the opportunity. It's so easy on the eyes. Okay, I have music from K-pop Demon Hunters just burnt into my brain. I've been listening to it non-stop over the last few days. It's so fucking catchy and good. What a great movie. That's like that's this year's Spider-Verse. Just really, or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Just really kick-ass CG movie that comes out of nowhere.
Hello.
It is unfortunate that the Scourge cannot be brought into the fold. Their large numbers would be useful in the battles ahead. Thanks for the gloves, buddy. Alright. Thank you, FREEZEY Steve. This armor should help you out. Hopefully it should do you more good than the last one to wear it. What happened to the last one who wore it? Goodbye. Glyphic Scroll. While you were off dealing with the mindless Scourge, this scroll arrived for you. I would think it's a matter of importance, as it seems it bears the seal of the mage trainer, Isabella. I would take some time to read it before heading out again.
Our time will come.
You've shown your potential to the Forsaken under normal circumstances, FREEZEY Steve. Now let's see you under pressure. The Rattlecage Skeletons, more mindless minions of the Lich King, are a tougher foe than the zombies you have faced thus far. Again, thin their numbers and prove yourself to the Forsaken. Do not tarry. When you are done, speak to me again.
Beware the living.
Alright, Novice Ulrich.
Listening.
My friend Marla Phipps lived with her husband Samuel before the plague. But when the plague came, Samuel succumbed and joined the Scourge's ranks. Marla was spared an undeath, only to die at the hands of her now mindless husband. So strong was her love, however, that her last dying wish was to be buried with her beloved Samuel. Samuel Phipps roams at a ruin camp along the road northeast of Death Knell. Defeat him, and grant Marla's wish. Bury him at her grave in the first row of our graveyard. Sounds good.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
Hello, Isabella. I need to read your letter before I talk to you.
Yes.
The corruption and evil that rumor said travels with the arcane is nothing compared to the pain we've already felt. We are no longer victims, FREEZEY Steve. We are the ones who control our fate. Sylvanas has paved the way for us. She has proven that our will is our own, that we are no longer thralls to that bastard Arthas. Seek me out in the church. I shall instruct you further, if that is your desire.
So one of the coolest things about this game that I love is you have a mage trainer. Your class is a trainer, you have a teacher you learn from.
What would you ask of death?
What would you have me do? I knew you would come to me, FREEZEY Steve. Not because you do not have the will to follow your own path, but because we are kindred spirits. We both have felt pain, we have both suffered, and now we want the power to take back what we know is ours. This land, our lives, our destinies. But there is much for you to learn still. You must return to me often if you are to become powerful enough to destroy those who would oppose us. The rules of magic still apply to you, FREEZEY Steve. You will still find corruption follows you like hungry wolves in the night. You will find its caress is not unlike an addiction. An old lover still wanting to be by your side. But these things can be staved off. These things will only control you if you allow them to. Go now. Return to me when you've grown more powerful. Hell yeah.
Embrace the shadow. I'm listening.
Arcane Intellect. Hell yes. We'll go ahead and take that. Now, so we open our spell book, and then we can add things to our bar. But before we do, let us do something else. Show bottom left action bar. Alright, and now we have access to an entire other row. So what Arcane Intellect will do is it'll buff our Intellect, which buffs our damage. And we have to take a look at our stats here real quick. We've got Strength, which increases your attack power with melee weapons. Agility, which increases your attack power with ranged weapons and gives you crit chance. Stamina, which gives you health points. Intellect, which gives you crit with spells and increases your skill growth rate. Spirit, which increases your health and mana regen. And then Armor, which is armor. These stats are very important, and how you build your character will basically affect how good your character is. This game, however... What? Oh, huh, it must be bugging out and thinking I have more inventory than I do. That's okay. Alright, do we have a merchant around here I can talk to? Because then what we'll do is we'll go buy some repairs, load up on new gear and armor. And so yeah, this game is all about getting huge, growing stronger. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn off quests that we're tracking right now. I want to grab some...
I'm listening.
Yeah, sell all my gray items. So yeah, gray items are basically just money.
Farewell.
Apprentice weaponsmith. And it's important that we explore each town as we go and talk to people, because we're going to need trainers to teach us professions such as cooking, tailoring, first aid, that sort of thing.
What would you ask?
Fishing. It's a big part of the game.
One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce even in the height of the Alliance's power. There is a gold mine to the northwest that has been overrun with spiders. We need gold from the mine, but we can't very well get it while the spiders are crawling around in there. I have not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll just have to do it little by little. Get up there and see what you can do for us, FREEZEY Steve.
Beware
Sounds good, buddy.
the living.
Beware the living.
What is it?
Is he a Wait, was he a fucking paladin? Huh.
You there! If you're looking for something to make yourself useful, then listen up. We need fresh out of the ground recruits to head into Deathnell and search for any sort of useful equipment. Most likely they'll be in stacks of boxes. We expect more recruits to be rising soon, and unless we want them to stumble about naked, we better get to scavenging. We'll get to work, you miserable bag of bones. I'm not going to reward those without some hustle. Or some flow.
Now, do I have a belt yet? I don't. Okay.
Embrace the shadow.
Yeah, right now our main objective when it comes to character growth is going to be to fill all these armor slots with stuff. Alright, let's take a look at our quests log here. 3, 3, 4, 3. So I like to do quests in batches. I like to do... quests in batches by level. So I get these big chunks of XP to help me out. That being said, we're in the early game. We don't need to worry about rested XP all that much. Anything we do is going to help us. Going forward, though, the more rested XP we get, the better. Let me actually just turn on the rest of my action bars. There we go. Bottom right action bars. Return to game. Yep, so there's our scavenged goods. Normally what you'd have to do is you right-click, wait on the animation, and then click on the items you want. So, like, for example, we'll just right-click here and let him do his... and then you click. But what I like to do is I hold down shift and I shift right click, and what that does is he just automatically loots that shit, and it's really helpful. Yep, and none of these guys are attacking me, which is weird. I don't recall that being the case, but whatevs. But yeah, this is a game that any of you guys can play if you're interested. I still think it's one of the better, like, D&D-esque kind of games that give you the similar vibe of making your own character and going on and making a name for yourself in another world. Baldur's Gate 3 exists now, but the very freeform nature of the game is actually... Like, I think Baldur's Gate, now that we have Baldur's Gate 3, that's a bit less so, but, like, considering this is free and that you can play it online with a lot more people, I still think it's worth playing in that regard. And it still is open enough to play how you want to play. You know, you can be a cool adventurer, or you can just be a crafter person. You don't gotta dedicate fully to the adventurer lifestyle if you don't want to. Though the game will encourage it. The game is all about leveling you until you get strong enough that you can do raids, which are these huge, huge dungeons with a lot of people. I mean, Feels weird explaining what a raid is, but, you know, this game kind of popularized them, this and EverQuest and a few others. Your body's in pain. TJ needs to join us. I agree. Why does the Liara talk? She's a cat. Meow meow, she has a lot to say. She talks in meows. Hi, Mr. Blue, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm sorry to hear about your headphones, dude. That really sucks. I just bought Vea new headphones for D&D. So maybe that's what killed your headphones, was me sacrificing them? Yeah, TJ does need to join us. I think he'd really like this game, especially because he likes 14, and there's a lot of cool stuff in this game that makes it, you know, good. But yeah, Liara talks in meows. All cats talk. They just talk in meows. They talk in meow-mows. Job done. Alright, they're dead. Now, we're going after the Rattlecage skeletons now. They're our main target. Oh, I feel that. Absolutely. You gotta do your warm-up and your cooldown stretches, my dude. Bonk. 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 Walk softly and carry a big stick. Walk softly and carry a big gun. Right? Yeah, you're in a hurry. Have they started treating you better, man? I was really unhappy with what you told me about last time. Holy shit, a treasure chest. So, good courtesy if you're in a group of other players, is to roll in chat. So you do /roll 100. And yeah, you basically roll off in your party to decide who gets the chest. If you're in the world and you're not in a group with anybody, snag that shit. You know? Unless you see someone else going for it, but then again, fuck it. It is good to try to be nice, though. Like, being nice to people in this game goes a long way. You want to build up a reputation for yourself. Because, ultimately, if you look, I don't have any screen name on screen. People are going to know me as FREEZEY Steve. I've actually had to get rid of characters in the past because I fucked up my reputation. Oh shit, hey, a new bag. So yeah, we got our first pouch. Boom. There we go. Oh shit. Shift B? Oh, I gotta change my key bindings. Because yeah, opening all my bags should be I. Open all bags, bind that to I. There we go. Cool. Now, boom, big inventory. Frayed cloak, put that on. We got ourselves a cape now. Now, the early game capes look like crap. They're not great. Shit, I might have dementia. I mean, you might have just forgotten it, which to be fair, that's a good thing because you seemed really upset about it. So what's the difference between fire and frost? Fire does damage over time, frost does slow down. The reason why frost tends to be more favored is because the slowdown makes leveling easier, for one. Enemies can't kick your ass if they're being slowed down. Kick your ass is easy if they're being slowed down. And in a lot of the raids in vanilla World of Warcraft, which is what we're playing, have resistances to fire. And there's an entire raid called Molten Core where all the enemies are fire-based and actually absorb fire damage. So, and Frost does more damage, so hence why Frost is the way to go. Oof. Good luck, Mr. Blue. Hang in there, my guy. I'm gonna clean up and take you down. Yeah. So, boom. 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 It's pretty easy right now, but the game is about to get significantly harder. Me and Obi are going to link up as soon as possible. That's my main goal right now, is to link up with Obi, share quests with him, and then help him level. If he's here, that is. My mindset when it comes to helping other players is I try to fall back and help smaller players level because it's easier for them to get to where I am. Like, it's quicker for them to get to where I am than for me to wait on them to do it alone. At least I try to do that. And that's what I'm going to try to do on this stream. So, if we're ever playing off stream and I'm doing, like, crafting or whatever, and you guys are joining me, let me know and I'll fall back and help you level. If you're having trouble with something, I can help out. At least until you guys find your own guild and get into your own little community. Now, swords are... mages can use swords and daggers and other weapons, but I have to get training for it. I actually would really love to do a mage sword playthrough. A sword mage playthrough on FREEZEY Steve, but we'll see what happens. Hey, a fool! Hey, TJ, join us! Join us in WoW. Sorry about your head, though. Hope you feel better. So, I don't have one, so I'm pulling something out my ass. You should just make a football jersey out of construction paper. Like that uniform. Like the fake Nazi uniform from the end of Jojo Rabbit. Alright, I need one more Rattle Cage skeleton, and I finished the quest. Sorry about your head, though, Mr. TJ. What happened to it? Is it full of Tito? Too full of Tito, going to burst. Like, if I were to take a hammer to your head, like Hephaestus, would Tito be born from your skull in full armor, screaming a battle cry like Athena did? By the way, that's how Athena was born, for those who don't know. Athena was born one day because Zeus had a headache, and so he had Hephaestus crack open his skull with a hammer, and that's how Athena was birthed. She was born fully grown in full plate armor, screaming a battle cry to the heavens. So fucking metal. I love Athena so much. I would simp for Athena. Like, if she was real, I would simp for Athena so fucking hard. Yes. Yeah, Tito is born fully grown and formed from your skull if we crack it open with a hammer. Black writing on a black jersey. Totally a football jersey. Hell yeah, man. That's not going to annoy anybody. I mean, fuck them, right? Alright, we got 28 seconds remaining. Arcane Intellect. Let's go ahead and use it. Reapply our Frost Armor. I'm gonna go ahead and move that up top. I like to have my buffs on the top bar and all my main attacks on the bottom bar. And now that that quest's over with, let's go turn it in. I'm gonna gear up and take it down. People should start wearing cloaks again. Also, hi Alex. Hi Traveler. How you doing, Ryvon? Good to see you. Sadly, I must keep containing Pito. Yep. Can't crack open your skull with a hammer. Meow, 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 meow. Alright, I have a cape now, so I just need a belt. Alright, sorry. Great work, FREEZEY Steve. I knew you weren't useless. Here, have one of the better items I've found out of the lots that have been collected so far. I leveled up. Yippee! You'd be a devout follower? Hell yeah. I mean, that's exactly what it means, yeah. I am finished with you, FREEZEY Steve. You have shown yourself to be worthy of the freedom that you have been given. Many will stand against you for what you have become, but know that no matter what they may try to do against us, we are free. And will not be shackled again. Take these and be on your way. You have much to accomplish, mage. Thanks for the boots. Alright, let's talk to the mage trainer. Mrs. Mage, I need the ability to conjure water, and there's the spell that'll be carrying me through the whole game. Good old Frostbolt. And conjuring water will help me to deal with my water shortage. Shift B, Shift Tab, Shift N. Yep. Let's get some water. Alright, now I have 2 water. So what we do here is we just cast this over and over again until we have all the water we need. I'd date Scylla if given the chance. The Scylla you see in Epic? Abso-fucking-lutely. What class are you? Okay, just kind of... What are you? I'm an undead mage, FREEZEY Steve. FREEZY Steve's backstory is that he was slain. He was cut down by the Lich King during the events of Warcraft 3. And when he was given his eternal rest, when he was given his eternal sleep, he had a dream. He had a dream of a land far from the north, covered in ice. In his dream, he climbed the mountain and took a handful of snow from its highest peak. And then when he awoke, he held the powers of ice in his hand. And then he took on his new name, FREEZEY Steve. Do you have 6 friends you don't care too much about? Is that a reference to the Warlock quest? Because that's great. Yeah, so, okay, here's a cool thing. When you're playing as a Warlock, not only can you get a succubus and an incubus, but when you summon your Infernal, you have to sacrifice 6 of your friends in a blood ritual in-game. So they all have... Or, sorry, not 6 of them, but 1 of your friends. 6 of you touch the Dark Crystal, and you begin casting the spell to summon it, and 1 of the friends will die. Which must be really funny in hardcore servers. Because, I don't know, I feel like that's just one of the things you wouldn't do, but I'd love... That would be such a thing that I would do if I was a Warlock on a hardcore server. I'd drag motherfuckers into that, that'd be so fun. Yeah. Oh, it was reference to Scylla. Okay, still. Based, but still. Warlock quest. I love FREEZEY Steve, he's so cool. Look at how he sleep. Look how FREEZY Steve sleep. Isn't that awesome? His eyes darken. He doesn't glow anymore, and he sleep. It's great. FREEZY Steve, my beloved. Let's go sell some stuff. Deep down, we are just demons from hell. Alright, Nightweb's Hollow and Marla's Last Wish. We'll do Nightweb's Hollow first. Alrighty, Apprentice Armorer. Don't sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And I need to put the belt on, actually. But yeah, if you want to sacrifice your friends, play a Warlock, I guess.
Quick about your business.
But Captain, what do we do with our fallen friends? Sacrifice them. When the fire begins to fade, when the fallen in the brave. Wait, that's just Griffith. We are not to let them die in vain. Sacrifice them.
I am forsaken.
Live out your life as a wraith. Yes, ma'am. It will be done. Let's see if that chest respawned. Maybe we can get some goodies. Oh, it's got 10. Oh, it lets us know how quickly it'll respawn? Oh, that's fucking busted. Oh, that's so fucked. Also, I love how trash these buildings are on the inside. Undead do not give a shit. 2, 1. La 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 la. Where is it? Was it on the 2nd floor? I think it was on the 2nd floor. God, this room's so creepy. I love it. This whole zone's so creepy. You know what this game? You know what this starting zone reminds me of? There's this PS1 game called Medieval, where you play as an undead knight. Sir Daniel Fortescue, if I remember correctly. That's what this reminds me of a whole lot. I mean, to be fair, the starting zone has always reminded me of Sir Daniel Fortescue from Medieval. Nope, I don't know AE2. What is it? It says something to do with Wi-Fi, but it isn't working. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I hope you're able to get in. Leave me alone, Akira. Must contain Teto. You must make Teto in World of Warcraft as a zombie. You must make zombie Teto. Or troll Teto. Or orc Teto. You must join us in WoW, is what we're saying. Alrighty. Frostbolt time. Done. Yep. So right now we have a single target spell. We're going to get more spells in our repertoire as we go throughout the game. The main priority, of course, is going to be Frost. Spell, remember them. Remember us. Remember me. I'm the reigning king of Ithaca. I am neither man nor mythical. That sounds really fun. I am your darkest moment. Did you eat one of his sheep, you stupid fuck? Sorry. No, that sounds cool though. I like how excited. Yeah. Okay, so they're not only are they undead, they're metalheads. So his fucking dances. Every race has their own unique dances in this game. One of the dances you have as an undead is headbanging. So he fucking like moshes. That's his dance. Yeah, so there you get the idea. And when he casts spells, he's throwing up the horns. Hold up. Yeah! Hence why Ozzy's character was an undead. That's the greatest thing I've seen today. You mind my rock? My favorite rock. He's done this before. Yes, I... Oh, yeah. I don't even know what song I was thinking of. Like... I don't know. I think it was a Metallica song, actually. You know. Saint Anger on my neck. So, if you're wondering who I've modeled FREEZEY Steve off of, there's a character in Guitar Hero. I can never remember his fucking name. Guitar Hero Mohawk guy. It's always what I... Johnny Napalm. He's modeled after Johnny Napalm from Guitar Hero. If you're familiar with the character. Hey, chill out, you Mark Spark a religious debate again. Me? Oh no. Is that what Metallica? Is that what mentioning Metallica on stream does? Can dig a hole so deep. Don't you know that dirt you sow is dirt you reap? Time to drink your blood over where you stand. Your hearts now are in my hand. Remember the YouTube short? Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Did someone clip that? Did someone clip me doing that? Because they should have. Yeah, why did that one video... Why did the beep spark a religious debate in chat? That was weird. That was so goofy. Yeah, that's a Metallica song. That's a Metallica song. Or a Megadeth song. One of the two. So this is the first get fucked point in the game. When you start seeing red enemies, no longer can you just move freely through areas without thinking. You need to actually think about your approach and how you go in. Like, I could pull these web spiders, but I don't think I'm going to have enough mana to deal with both of them. So what I'll do here is I'll let my mana regen, and then cast. And the best thing about Frost Mage once we unlock Frost Nova, which will allow us to freeze enemies in an area of effect, what I can actually do is, when they get close to me, I can freeze them in a block of ice, fall back, and cast an entire round of spells all over again, and get just 2 rounds of full spells and kiting. If you see me out in Quahog, say hi. Hi, Mr. Pansy. I fell asleep during the last one. Did you Miku? No, I didn't. Before I'm done, you'll learn that it's not so fun to dig. You came to my home to mine. And now I'll charge you a fine. Take your wallet out, or else this thing's going in your mouth. Okay, no, I can't. That's not... I fucked it up. Sorry, I blew it. Oh, yours is so much better, Ryvon. You came to my home to mine, but on your corpse I'll dine. That's better, I like that. If you see me out in Quahog, say hi. Does he know? He doesn't know. Pansy, we already watched episode 6. It was during another stream. We watched the newest episode of Amazing Digital Circus. It was great. Don't worry, it'll be a video that I upload on the channel. It's good. It's good. Very good. I like that episode. I already watched it. That's fine. You guys don't gotta wait on me. You go ahead and watch what you need to watch. You came to my home to steal, and now you come my meal. A rock from you and a cock from me. There's been a misunderstanding. I don't like dick. Oh, goodbye then. It's good. It's really good. Jax is a piece of shit. It's a good episode. Jax is an irredeemable bastard. It's a good episode. Jax is a motherfucker. Like, he has gone full circle. Like, I love his transformation from kind of mischievous bastard to fuck this guy. Oh my god. Like, nihilistic douchebag. I love that. I love that he's come full circle to nihilistic douchebag. I love it. I love it. Well, yeah. Okay, alright. Fuck, marry, kill. Here we go. Fuck, marry, kill. For Amazing Digital Circus. Fuck, marry, kill. Alright, fuck Jax. Easy. Easiest fuck. Marry? Now, Mary's interesting, because Mary implies you get to live with this person, but basically Jax would be your Gumar. Your side hoe, pretty much. And assuming that the one you marry would be okay with it, the Mary would be Kinger, without a shadow of a doubt. The Mary is Kinger. Obviously. Like, there's no other right choice. And the kill is Kane, just because I want to see what would fucking happen. Nobody's saying Gangle for Mary. Comrade would skin you. Fuck this guy. I get why he's like this. That's exactly it. That is exactly the feeling, TJ. Yeah, no. Jax is the fuck. The Mary is Kinger. And the kill is Kane. Or Bubble. Probably Bubble. Because I just don't like Bubble. But I kind of just want to, like, I don't dislike Kane. I just want to see what would happen if he was killed. And kill Bubble. They'll respawn. Oh, hey, yeah. Killing Bubble is a freebie, because Bubble can't die. Kill Ming. Kill disappearing guy. No, that's terrible. Kill Ming. Because I love assuming. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Fuck Jax. Marry Kinger. Kill Ming, because I love assuming. Assuming's great. It just makes conversations so much faster. You know what they say about assuming, right? It makes an ass out of you and Ming. But I don't need Ming showing up to bitch at me every time I assume something, because I will murder him. Okay. Because, like, Jax is like a one-night stand person. Markiplier. You'll be happy to know we appear to be making progress in the mine.
Thanks in no small part to your efforts, we can now turn our eyes to other concerns. My scouts have reported that a detachment of the Scarlet Crusade is setting up a camp southeast of here. The Scarlet Crusade is a despicable organization that hunts us, and they will not rest until every undead, Lich King scourge or no, is destroyed. We must strike first. Be careful, their unholy zeal makes them dangerous adversaries. I get self-fodder from him, so that's good, I guess.
Speak quickly.
Also, Jax is probably straight. And if you don't like Jax, that might be a bonus. Making douchebag purple bunny boy squeal with my 8-incher seems like a lot of fun, I'm just saying. But maybe I'm just fucked up. Don't quote that. I will be highly disappointed in you if any of you quote that.
Watch your back.
Yeah, I'd punch Jax in the back of the head before I pulled out. Just hate fucking man. I like how silent the chat is after I said that ludicrous shit. Woo! Alright, let's go crusade against the Scarlet Crusade, shall we? Mine. Someone clip that. Yeah, like, if someone's like, the best thing about characters that are hot but utterly, like, deplorable is hate fucking becomes so much more of a viable option. Ghost has left. Ghost has left the community. He's gone. Oh man, I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I feel bad for the ace people in chat whenever I talk like this. Alright, buddy. Your character looks like they talk like a Skaven.
I'm dead, and I'm pissed.
That's how he talks. Characters have a voice in this game. It's pretty cool. Maybe you and I could make a meal. I'll give you the world's best tasting wine. Have a drink, one sip, and you'll understand the power that's in your hands. A wine so fresh, you'll never want to eat human flesh again. Speaking of human flesh. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. It's great, isn't it? So it does a percentage, so it's always useful. Like, even if you, what's cool about Undead is they have these really useful skills like Will of the Forsaken and Cannibalize. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, Cannibalize lets you just get some health back. It's got a cooldown on it, but it's helpful. Which prostitute section in God of War? The one in Ghost of Sparta? That one's great. Ah, can we just remove my head? Just play WoW, it'll kill your brain. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back. With the punch to the back of the head, dude, Panseep, you're gonna do fine, kid. Like, I don't know if you're asexual or homosexual or straight or bisexual. You're gonna do fine, kid. You're gonna do good. You're gonna do good. If you're comparing sex to the style rating in Devil May Cry, you are so far ahead of the curve when it comes to having sex. You're gonna do fine. You're gonna do fine, kid. Yeah, absolutely. I want to, if I get a Jax plush, I want to use it for target practice. Or get the jar. Okay, no, target practice, because the jar is gross and I don't find that sexy. I just find that disgusting. But no, like if you think of sex in terms of a style meter like Devil May Cry, you're gonna do just fine, my friend, because that's exactly how it works. Okay, because like my favorite God of War sex scene, my least favorite is the one in God of War 3 because it's just creepy, like it's just gross. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to look it up because it's really fucked up. I just don't like it. A lot of God of War 3 is creepy and gross though. It's got a lot of tonal issues. My favorite God of War sex scene, though, is in Ghosts of Sparta, because it is the most joyous, happy sex I have ever seen in a video game. Everyone in it is having so much fun. I will describe it to you. Okay, so the way it works is that in Ghost of Sparta, it is the only God of War game where you get to go to Sparta, and you get to see people who actually like Kratos. They love him. He's their hero. And so when you show up at Sparta, you get praised, everyone's cheering for you. You show up at the brothel, and Kratos walks in, and the sex minigame starts. The sex minigame starts on the bed, you hear moaning, the bed shaking, whatever, right? Basic God of War sex minigame. Camera doesn't zoom in, it zooms out as women from other buildings other prostitutes begin to run from those buildings into the brothel. And it starts with like 4 girls on the bed. 4 is already a ridiculous number. By the end, like 20 women have run into that room, and it is a chorus of moans. It is fucking absurd. The bed breaks and then there's an explosion of red orbs. It is the funniest, most feel-good sex I have ever had in a game. Wait, no, that's Tony Hawk. One of them I don't remember, that's just when I come to my head. Okay. The MGS 2 remake releases in 7 days. The MGA 2 remake releases in 7 days. I will now proceed to describe sex with God of War. God of War is not very accurate to it, but yeah, style meter is the way I'd describe it. Branine. I want the Kinger plush. I also want the Kinger plush. I want the life-sized Kinger model that sits in my room and stares at me when I sleep. And glows in the dark. Does the plush glow in the dark? Does it? Because if not, take it back. Oh, the abandoning your dog. Oh, that hurts so bad, though. It's so hard. It's so sad. Or the section in God of War 1 where you gotta try and save your family, so like in the middle of the fight, you run over to your family and hug them, and it gives them health. That part's so sweet. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at, too. I also just may not buy it at all. Because you know how I am with remakes, you know, like... You're not adding any online features. Why should I... I mean, I already bought Subsistence. Oh, no, I didn't. I already bought it on the PS3. Maybe that's how I should start operating. Maybe I should just pirate all the games I previously purchased on console. Because then I could stream Last of Us soon. But, no, I'll probably buy it. I mean, hell, that's not even a bad rule to live by. Just being like, I'm only ever going to buy a game once. Like, hey, that's fair. You bought the game. You may not own it for the system it's for, but you own the game, you know? Can't even blame you. I think I might actually go through my wish list and do that. I might actually go and acquire those games I can get. But yeah, God of War, like, I love 2016, don't get me wrong. It's fucking awesome, and it's a great next step for the franchise. In fact, it's an interesting way to think about God of War because, well, the new God of War is kind of Soulsy. It's kind of Soulsy, but it's still its own unique way. It basically takes a Souls-like and polishes it to be more, I guess, easy, more, like, modernized and dumbed down, kind of like how when God of War came out, it was a more polished, more refined, and simple version of Devil May Cry. And I think that's what God of War is going to be forever. Like, going forward, it'll take the popular default action game style of the time and refine it. Refine it and simplify it into something that's a lot smoother, you know? It doesn't glow. Fuck. She has a mouth. Jesus. Okay, 20-person cuddle puddle, perfectly viable. 20-person sex, that's different. To be fair, though, if you define sex as literally any sort of stimulating sex act, then it's perfectly fine. Because there's a bed you can grind on, there's arms and legs you can grind on. When I'm saying grind on, it sounds a lot less sexy, and it sounds like someone's just doing a Tony Hawk grind. You guys aren't even thinking. Take one of Gangle's arms or torso and just wrap it around the shaft. You could unravel Gangle in their entirety, separate the head from the body, and use it like a Gangle. Wow, what is up with me today? Holy shit. I deserve this. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, you could basically unravel Gangle's whole body, separate them from the head, stick the head in the corner, make eye contact with it while you jerk off using their torso. Anyway. Yeah. Cuddle, coitus, or cuck. Fuck, marry, kill. Cuddle, coitus, cuck. Cuddle with Ragatha. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not pushing this any further. This has gone far enough. I need to stop. Lahaj is great for cuddles. I have my Frogbert to cuddle, and then when Liara's here, I cuddle her, and when Thea's here, I cuddle her. And Penny, I try to cuddle, but she gets all scronky and weird. Like, if you try to pick Penny up, she just stiffens. Pomni is second place to Jax only because of the hate fucking. But I think, like, I would enjoy... I think, I don't know, call me basic, but I would put... depending on my mood, it's Pomni or Jax. If I'm in my gay mood, it's Jax. If I'm in my straight mood, it's Pomni. That's how bisexuality works, apparently. You just switch between the two. God, fucking... Ugh, Jax. Fucking marry Pomni. Fucking kill Jax. Who would be the marry and kill? Like, marry and kill Kinger? Put him out of his misery? I don't know. Oh, man. I need to throw a fridge at you. I would deserve it. Just fucking, Shizuo Hewajima my ass. Like from Durarara. Oh shit, isn't he playable in a fighting game? Hold on. Shizuo Hewajima fighting game. Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. Is that on Steam? Because I will buy it just to play... I will buy that just to play as Izaya and... Oh, damn it. It's not on Steam. Fuck it, then. I just want to play as... there's always Mugen. Yeah, personally, Mary and Kinger. Okay, if we're doing Matchmaker, Gangle and Zubul, good. Ragatha and Pomni, I really like. I also like Pomni and Jax, but fuck that guy right now. Maybe in the future when he gets better.
What now?
Like, I felt like they were really pushing the ship
Remember
in the last episode.
discipline.
Sorry. I need to log out real quick and make sure my sell item add-on works. Tell Kane he's loved with the rest. I don't think Kane would know what to do with that. But I mean, if there was anyone I'd want the most for, in terms of marrying as saving, it would be Gummigoo. I would want to help him so much. I feel so bad for Gummigoo. He's the only NPC I really give a shit about. Okay, am I missing? I think I'm missing the item that's... Oh, it's sell value right here. Why isn't it working? Weird. Yeah, because you're selfish. I do want to point out that he's not real. Like, people who get possessive over fictional characters weird me the fuck out, because they're not real. You can... You can write all the stories you want about you having sex with Jax, or being with Jax and being happy forever, and so can I, and nothing will change.
I have exactly what you need.
Thank you, thank you. I'll sell that, and, yeah, literally nothing will change. Actually, I want my cheese back, if that's okay. Oh, it's only one cheese, alright.
No one.
I don't think just think the glowing queen doesn't deserve happiness. What do you have against Kinger's wife? Is Kinger's wife the glowing queen? The glowing queen. I think Pansy just hates the gloinks because of what I did to him. Or what someone on the server did to him. Who wasn't me. Whoa! Yeah, that's a crash. I have never seen that. Like, this version of the game is very crash prone. Yeah, Potato's still my wife. No? No? Oh, okay, I misunderstood that. Abstracted. Oh, right. The Glowing Queen was an original. Okay, sorry, I got confused. I'll be honest, it's been so long since I've seen the first episode that the two big monsters in the episode chasing the main cast kind of merged together into the same thing. What happened to Panseep? What did the Gloinks do? I know Comrade did it. Someone filled Panseep's house in our Minecraft realm with millions of chickens, and that just started throwing eggs inside of it until the house was wall-to-wall filled with chickens, and put up a sign that just said, "Gather the Gloinks." And so whenever Panseep walked near the house, the game just fucking crashed. Alright, well, I guess I don't get to find out how much these items cost. I'm gonna guess the Bastard Sword sells for the most. Doesn't tell me. Great. Mind you playing on a shit-ass Chromebook. Reports from my superiors in Brill indicate that an agent from the Scarlet Crusade was dispatched from the Scarlet Monastery and sent here to Deathnell. According to the reports, the messenger possesses important information on his person. I do not have further details, but whatever it is, we must have it. You are the most qualified person I have to send, FREEZEY Steve. Find that messenger and bring me whatever information you can find. Gotta go kill Maven Korgal. Oh shit! New staff! Can I compare that to my current staff, please? 3.5, 6.9. Okay, that's way better.
Farewell.
Alright. There's been a misunderstanding. I'm here to drink all your wine. Collect the gloinks. Gather the gloinks, I did the chickens. I love how everyone's like, I am Spartacusing this. Guys, it was me. I did it because I thought it'd be funny. It was me. I'm behind it all. I was the one who came up with the gloinks idea. I thought it was funny. And then Panseep complained once after I told everyone to get involved and join in. And then he mentioned that it crashed his game, and I immediately stopped, and then everyone kept doing it. So it was my fault. Enjoy your pizza rolls, my friend. I didn't do the gloinks, but I did the chickens. Yeah, I put up the sign and initially encouraged everyone to vandalize Panseep's house because it was funny. Now that we've killed him, we run like hell. We could make them. Because I really like the idea of, what was it? Oh, Wingardiolus, I don't know if you know this. Path to home is blocked by an impenetrable storm. I ask for your assistance so that we at last can go the distance. Will you make the perfect win for us and aid our journey home? Ha ha ha. And then it's just silence. And then the video ends with him just going, Penelope. And then the video just cuts off. Just ha ha ha. And then she just laughs at him and that's it. Alright, I'm probably just gonna watch it, my dude. I'm like, once I finish the Pacific, it's the next thing I'm gonna watch. Also, I totally get it. When there's a really cool thing that you want someone to watch that they don't watch, I know that feeling. I live that feeling every day. Maybe I shouldn't have told Panseep that I did the gloinks. I think I'm in trouble now. I am sorry, by the way. I didn't want it to escalate to that level. I stopped doing it the second I found that it was fucking up your computer. Ebo. It's on the list. Poor TJ.
Hello.
It's on the list, my dude. Yeah, you could totally be the one. You could be the napkin taker. Hey, mate, do a favor for a young man who's been fighting more than his fair share of mindless zombies and spiders. I've got this here letter that needs to go to Brill. To an innkeeper named Renee something or other. Don't really matter none what her last name is. Anyway, it's a cozy little place full of victims of the plague trying to make their way in the world. It'd be a great spot for you to rest if the need arises. You should check it out. You do, and I'll pay you well. Alright, sounds good, dude. Not even yourself. Not even your elf. Red Faction stream chance? High. Very high. Those games look sick. Need to buy them first, though. If I don't have them, I can't stream them. Yeah, I'm kind of Gundam'd out right now. I kind of burnt myself out on it. Right now I'm working on the Pacific, which is really good. I'm probably going to finish that on the drive to work tomorrow. Speaking of which, I gotta be in bed by a certain time tonight. Is Veo awake? Oh no, it's her day off. Ah, thank God. Alright, I get to actually sleep. Azura, if I could. I have a thing for elf ladies. Meow the Huntress is a good one. Inigo is a good one too. Chiva from the Dark Brotherhood. Hell yeah. Oh, I gotta go kill Samuel first. Inigo is great. Ochiva, Quillweave. Yeah, that about covers it. I believe Samuel is around here somewhere. Said it was north. Oh, there he is, right here. Samuel Phipps, right here. Oh, Serena? Oh, I mean, yeah, Serena, obviously, but I mean, it's fucking Laura Bailey. Any character voiced by Laura Bailey immediately gets bumped to the front of the line, you know? Kaine from Nier, you know? Fucking Rise from Persona. Like, I romance Rise in every playthrough, no matter who else I romance, because it's Laura Bailey's voice. I don't find Laura Bailey attractive, I just think her voice is great. Never mind, lol. I mean, I liked Serena before that was a thing. And honestly, the love of goth women I don't really have, because most goth girls I met are bitches. So I don't have that strong attachment to them that a lot of people have. I understand that the personality comes with the body and the face, and oftentimes the personality is shit. And they would say the same thing to me. The feeling's mutual. Just not. I'm not the kind of person who'd get with a goth girl. And most people who are into goth women don't have... I'll be honest. The idea of having sex with someone that fucking hates me and makes me feel like shit about myself does not appeal to me. So I don't really find goth women all that attractive, because when I look at them, I think of bitches I met in the past. Serena, on the other hand, she's nice. And she's voiced by Laura Bailey, so there you go. But props for originality. Yeah, absolutely. I just like the look, not the personality. Yeah, I can't separate them. To me, I think of characters as characters. If I'm having sex with a character, I want to have sex with that person, that personality, you know? That way, like, that's why a lot of just, I guess, waifu-type games don't really appeal to me, because if the personality is shit, what am I gonna do, you know?
Goodbye.
That's another thing guys tend to forget. When you have sex, you are in a state of immense emotional sensitivity. You don't want to be in the wrong headspace when you're fucking. It gets bad, it gets dark, and it gets scary. I also forgot to read that quest deck, sorry. Let's see what you've got. He begins to rifle through the documents. Some news of the exploits against us, worthless scouting reports, new orders. Continue to build up a camp near the ruined city. Nothing we didn't know already. Ah, what's this? A map of the dispositions of some of the field commanders and agents. We can use this. These will need to be taken to my superior, Executor Zygand and Brew. With this information, we'll be able to deal a decisive blow to the Scarlet Crusade. Your services have been useful here in Death Knell, but I need someone to deliver this to Zygand, and I believe he'll be able to find you more appropriate work. Take the road out of Death Knell. Soon after entering Tirisfal proper, you'll hit a crossroads. Take the eastern fork, and keep going east. You'll pass Coldhearth Manor along the way. Sounds good, buddy. Oh, did you jar me? God damn you. I'm in the jar now. I hate this. Oh, I don't mean to jar. And also, don't say you're bored during my streams. That hurts my feelings. I'm bored. Like, oh no, I suck at my job. I'm gonna cry. Anyway. Hello, I'm in the jar now. I hate this. Thanks. Fucker. A rogue's deal and vital intelligence. Looks like I'll be hitting Fields of Grief as we go. Yeah, we got a good... We're gonna finally be making our way out of Death Knell into Brill. Man, I am starving. Yes, you can. You just gotta do the same redeem and you can remove the jar. Oh. Oh, you're asking him. I'd say you can. Please. I don't like it in here. It's stinky. It smells like me. I'm stinky. I'm tinky. Do it, I feel bad now. I'm free! Yay. Free him. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. It's okay. Do what I feel. I didn't mean to make you feel bad, man. I was just joking. I was just joshing with you. It's all good. 3-stream streak. Nice work, Fancy. 3-stream seep. Also, check this out. There's a creature in the bushes. It's not real. I am the creature in the bushes. This means that the bush is alive. Cool. You do it like this. Ghost you bitch, caught him, and it's back, and it's gone. The jar. Okay, well, cool. I am free right now. Good. Team Jar versus Team No Jar. Bago. Begun the Jar Wars have, once again. Peace was never an option. Ended the Jar Wars seemingly have. It doesn't seem to be going.
What now?
What have we here? You look like a fledgling mage, I hope. If you hope to prove yourself the Dark Lady, you need to learn the ways of the Forsaken. To the west you'll find a farm. Humans infest the land like mold on a rotten corpse. And where's yet the Scarlet Crusade patrols nearby from their tower. Teach those scum a lesson and steal 10 of their precious pumpkins. Once you have 10, take them to Apothecary Johan, and Brill.
Beware.
Hello, Liara. She's like, meow, meow. It's dinner time. It is dinner time. Alright, guys, we're gonna take 5. I'm gonna hide in this bush. Fields of Grieferton. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm gonna throw on some music, and we'll be right back. Timeout was genuinely destructive. Yeah, it really was. Timeout was Revenge of the Lid. What if I time out Alex? What happens? Nothing. Are you waiting in the bushes of love? Every day, Pansy. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Because something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Hold me while I open like a flower. I fucking love that song, dude. It's so good. It's on the I added it to the Star Wars playlist when we get around to Star Wars month. Hold me right. I ain't never had to bake for a girl in a long time. A long time. I keep her picture in my photo wagon. It's such a good fucking song. I'm just gonna play it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm playing Bushes of Love. You can't stop me. Holy shit. Fucking Eyepatch Wolf made a video about Death Sentence. I keep her picture in my photo wagon. It's such a good song. That's loud. Hey, how did my father die? 49 times?
Hey, how'd my father die? 49 times. We fought that beast, your old man and me. We had a chicken head with duck feet, with a woman's face too. Oh, that's rad. And it was waiting in the bushes for us. Then it ripped off your dad's face. He was screaming something awful. In fact, there was this huge mess and I had to change the floors. The floors? You see his blood, it drained into the boards and I had to change them. But we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yo, never knew my dad, he didn't care about me. Dead horizon is all my macro binoculars see. Moisture farming all my life and not a drop spilled. My aunt and uncle double sons and sipping blue milk. My aunt and uncle double sons, I'm sick of blue milk. But then a desert hobo came and told me we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Hold me when I open like a flower. Hold me right. Yeah, I ain't had to bake for a girl in a long time. think my cooking's awesome. I've got her picture in my photo wagon. I keep it poppin'. Yeah, she'd probably love to honky tonk.
Probably love to honky tonk.
That's what I said. Waiting for us. I used to ride across the desert, you know. I used to glide on my speeder of faith that I don't find, but I don't wanna find. Waiting for me around the corner, oh no, no. Waiting for us. I used to ride across the desert, you know. I used to glide on my speeder of faith that I don't find anymore. Crispy bodies by the door.
Crispy body. Oh my god, I was completely in sync. What the fuck?
49 times. Yeah, it was 49 times, and now it might be waiting for you. Could be hiding behind that scrap pile. It's just a big cow. I know you really want someone to hold you, but we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I
Through
worry
the desert and I used to glide on my speeder, pray that I don't find what I don't wanna find. Something funny from the corner on the low.
every day I worry all day.
Used to glide
Waiting in the bushes of love.
that I don't find what I don't wanna find. Okay, on the low. I didn't know I used to glide. Cedar, pray that I don't find. I don't wanna find. Waiting for me on the corner, on the no, waiting for us. Glide on the desert and no, I used to glide. On my speeder, pray that I don't find. I don't wanna find. Waiting for me around the corner, no, no,
In the
no.
early days, emulation operated like
Here we go. Good song. If you got no meat or bones, just skin. Why is she so small? Alright guys, welcome to a YouTube mini. While I eat my dinner, we'll be able to chill out and just watch some YouTube Monday. Sound good? Hell yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I'm gonna go grab my rice out of the microwave and then we'll be right back. We'll go ahead and get started. I just had a thought that was deeply saddening. Let's go ahead and check that real quick. This mini will not be long enough to reach Miku, I'm sorry. We will not achieve Miku. Let's see. Alright, okay, cool. YouTube's just not popping off. I see. Such is the sadness of MeTube. What do you mean MeTube? What do you mean YouTube? It's my tube. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. Could be waiting around. Let's scrap. Oh, the ACR. God, my life is such a mess right now. Huh? Dito tube. Me too, it's mine.
largely underground, neatly tucked away in the early days, emulation operated largely underground, neatly tucked away in various online forums and mostly kept out of the public eye. This was mainly due to a mix of legal and technical issues. ROM distribution was, and of course still is, a legal grey area, and Nintendo was no stranger to this, heavily cracking down on ROMs in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Fuckers.
It made emulation developers cautious, and they often would use online aliases and sometimes remain completely anonymous. Before social media, emulation communities existed on underground forums, IRC channels, and bulletin boards. And you couldn't just Google this information, you had to seek it out, or be connected with someone in the know. And finally, in order to run an emulator, much of the time you would need a PC powerful enough to handle full-speed 8 or 16-bit emulation with sound. And in 1998, this was not a...
Could you imagine that? Full 16-bit emulation with sound? Will we ever be able to achieve that, friends? Who knows?
Assured, a top-of-the-line 300 MHz Pentium 2 could do the job, but these were very expensive,
Wow.
and most PC users had lower-spec Pentium 1 MMX machines. Without fast emulation, often meant a compromised experience. But one emulator emerged in 1997 that made emulation more accessible to a larger audience by not only providing...
Like, I know Secret of Mana is a legit game, but every time I see this, it looks like an ugly parody, like an ugly ripoff of Chrono Trigger. Like the sprite style specifically. It's like Chrono Trigger, but ugly.
It also brought speed and compatibility to lower-powered machines. That emulator is known as ZSNES. ZSNES is a Super Nintendo emulator best known for its speed and, at the time, high level of compatibility. The first public release was on October the 14th, 1997, and was originally coded by two people, ZS Knight and Demo.
It's like a bad
Little is known
parody of
about
Chrono
both.
Trigger.
However, ZS Knight would share information about himself in an emulation zone
Same publisher,
interview,
by the way.
stating that he was 20 years old and was a college student at Simon Fraser University in British Columbia in Canada.
You fool.
ZSNES began as a passion for both programming and emulation. ZS Knight was highly skilled in x86 assembly language, and most of the emulation code originally was developed in assembly. This meant that ZSNES ran fast even on the lower spec PCs. For example, a Pentium 1 133 to 200 MHz PC was recommended for full-speed gameplay with sound, and you only really needed 16 megabytes of memory to run. Of course, a VGA-compatible graphics card was also required,
Isn't that fucked up?
but there was no 3D acceleration that was needed at the time. You could even get away with running ZSNES on a 486 PC, either with frameskip turned on or by disabling sound. Of course, other Super NES emulators existed at the time. ZSNES's main rival was SNES 9X, which was a very advanced and powerful emulator as well, and arguably was even more compatible than ZSNES. However, because it was mostly written in C code, it was slower and needed more demanding hardware to run. The main advantage of SNES 9X initially, at least, was that it was portable. In comparison, ZSNES, as we mentioned, was written in x86 assembly, which limits its targets to DOS, Windows, and x86-based Linux. However, its performance was unrivaled, and quickly became a fan favorite amongst emulation users. During 1998 to 2002, ZSNES underwent rapid development and introduced some major features to emulation.
Just support. Hey, look, let's talk about this. The thing is, companies are afraid of emulation not because it's actually a threat to them, but because they're lazy. Emulation largely exists not because people don't want to play these games. Emulation largely exists for two reasons. One, because the people can't afford the consoles the games are on, and two, because those games literally cannot be played on those consoles anyway. Like, if Nintendo would just release ports of all of their games on Steam, people would stop emulating. Same thing. It's a crazy thing to say, right? But we're getting closer to that era. We're getting closer to that age. Xbox is there is a Halo crossover with a PlayStation exclusive game.
Early versions of ZSNES ran on DOS only.
I think everyone's going to go the way of Sega in the end. And PC is all that will remain.
Understanding of the target hardware
oh shit! Oh yeah, it is coming to Xbox. Never mind.
Sound was also quite inaccurate, as documentation was still not fleshed out, and some guesswork was needed to implement the SPC sound emulation layer.
Woo! I remember that period of time where you just played, where you emulated games with the sound off because they all sounded like crap.
Versions would introduce the popular UI that made the emulator rise in popularity amongst the community. What was notable about this UI was that it was easy to use and very, very fast. But more importantly, it had the ability to apply features on the fly. For example, the first time that you launch ZSNES on DOS, the screen resolution defaults to 320 by 256 by 8, otherwise known as Mode X. Now this mode is not ideal if you want to run games that require transparencies, which is just about every single one of them. In the settings, it's possible to switch this on the fly to any resolution that is supported. Ideally, you would select 640 by 480 by 16
I believe
to
so.
support blending and transparency correctly. Doing this on the fly will eliminate any transparency and blending issues that you had using an 8-bit per pixel screen. And this is just one example. The UI has many
I've been hearing rumors about it for years.
Things. It's possible to disable individual background layers, the sprite layer, and even dump the sound and music from any game to an SPC audio format that can be read and used by an external music
there's been
player.
rumors about it for a
Other
while, but we
notable
haven't seen it
additions
happen
was
yet.
a comprehensive gamepad support that allowed
Xbox,
for
in my
customizable
opinion, when Halo
inputs
becomes
on DOS,
available
Windows, and Linux.
on
No
PlayStation,
easy feat,
that's
and
the
it
true death of
recognized
Xbox.
many USB controllers. ZSNES also had support for specialized devices like the Justifier and Super Scope, as well as the mouse support.
It'll
for
always
games
be
such as
available. I don't think we're going to lose consoles. I just think we're not going to get exclusives anymore. I just think it's just computers and phones are just an easier way for people to play games nowadays than consoles. Anyway,
Mario Paint.
like it'll still be there.
allows
He'll still be able to play
switching
pretty much
between
anything he
keyboard
wants to
and
play,
gamepad
but
inputs for the same player, which would be useful for alternating between control schemes. When it comes to
Those won't
save
be
states,
exclusives
they
anymore,
are a commonplace
because there really
in
aren't
most emulators.
anymore.
But in 1998, many emulators, but not all of them, used
Not
them.
me. I don't give a shit.
ZSNES introduced a custom.
I mean, the only reason I care about
ZST
exclusives is because I can't
extension,
play them.
which
But
implemented
the second
a
I'm able
robust
to,
save-state
it's
system
I'm
that
not going to switch to a
predated
console to do it.
SNES 9X. Being able to save and load save states via a quick tap of a hotkey was a game changer and made the emulation.
No, honestly, the Xbox, the PS3 360 generation was the last time we had true consoles.
Save state slots,
like the
more than
Wii,
enough to go around.
the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360 all had unique selling points that made each of which worth owning on its own, aside from exclusives. If you wanted motion controls and a really cheap price, you bought a Wii. If you wanted a less cheap price, but you still wanted access to all the big games and the best online play so good that it beat PCs at the time, you got an Xbox. And if you wanted to play single player games looking the very best they could while still having access to a DVD and Blu-ray player and just the best multimedia experience, you bought a PS3. Each of these consoles had a unique identity, and it was the very last generation where that existed. Now everything's a Blu-ray player. Everything's everything's both basically in parity with each other. You know, the only console that has a unique identity is the Switch 2, and it's just
versions of
the same unique identity that the Switch 1 had.
Early implementation of rewind functionality. This was essentially save states that let the player go back in time, which was defined in the UI configuration.
Yeah, rewind in
by
emulators
rapidly
is awesome.
saving and loading states in the background, and by pressing a hotkey, rewind functionality could be supported. In later versions of ZSNES, the .zst format could even embed a thumbnail, which helped identify users' save states visually.
All games come to PC eventually.
Emulation could also be fast
They were
forward,
all games were once
greatly
PC
speeding
games, and
up
all games are
gameplay.
destined to
By
return.
simply holding down a mapped keyboard or joystick
Yeah,
button,
by the way,
the emulation.
if you want to know why are PC players always demanding games come to their system, there's two reasons. One, it's a lot of times it's the cheapest, best way to explain them. But even outside of that, all games were PC games at one point. Like, every game that has ever been developed was developed using a computer. They, instead of releasing that game, they held it back, and basically, exclusives are exclusively fake. Every exclusive you've ever seen was developed in a computer. So let us have that computer version, you know?
Could be sped up significantly, and this would help with getting through cutscenes faster, or long unskippable sections of a particular game, or various intros. And as you can imagine, this was very popular with RPG users. Or take a look at this intro to Super Metroid, which could be fast
To the point to the point
forwarded in
where
rapid time.
at E3, certain games that were demoing at the PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox booths, when they crash, they will oftentimes crash to a desktop because they're on a dev kit. They're not on real hardware.
But it doesn't stop there. ZSNES would pioneer and build the
That's why games
foundation
look better
for what we
before they're
consider
shown off. It's because they're
tool-assisted
PC games, so
speedrunning.
then have to be downgraded for the
Within
consoles.
ZSNES, it's possible to record gameplay sessions by capturing a sequence of controller inputs per frame and an initial save state to create a replayable movie of any section of any game. This file format was known as .zmv, short for ZSNES movie. Unlike traditional video capture, there is no raw bitmap frame stored at all. Instead, controller inputs per frame are captured along with an initial save state of the game.
I love all this shit, but, like, I don't care. Like, I hate to be mean, and this has gotten me a lot of flack from emulation people. Like, I think it's really great that people are doing this for free. And if you're interested in the craft of emulation, that's awesome. Emulation has one purpose, and that is to run the game as well. Like, if your emulator cannot run the game as well as it did on original hardware, then you're not doing it right. Once you do that, it should be all about making like, basically, emulators are just a way to port games to PC and mobile and whatever system. That's all that matters, is accuracy and then upgrades after accuracy. Oh, hell yeah.
And some metadata.
Someone's looking out
this
for you,
allows
Ghost.
the emulation to recreate the gameplay and replay it back frame by frame.
Sorry, I misspoke. I don't mean dev kits. I mean literally they were crashing to Windows desktops.
ZMV files mainly contain controller input data.
Like these
these
PlayStation exclusive games, Nintendo exclusive games, and Xbox exclusive games were all crashing to Windows desktops.
.zmv files were ideal for sharing around.
I'm sure the hardware was different, but it's still on a PC.
Boards. Most users at the time still had dial-up modems and early broadband.
I misspoke. It wasn't a dev kit.
It
wasn't like NetEurose. It was like
communities and forums to demonstrate new speedrunning techniques or reveal gameplay secrets. Being able to share gameplay over dial-up modems made ZSNES a very popular emulator in the rise of tool-assisted speedrunning, and it would be.
And I'm not saying they can just copy and paste what they made. It's literally there was a point where they could have made it for PC and then they just didn't. And it would have been easier to make that for PC than it would have been for consoles at the time.
Only the easy-to-use user interface, but its rich list of features that really set ZSNES apart from the competition. Cheat code support.
I don't give a fuck. All games should be on PC. That's where I'm at, really. Because you said software. You can download software onto a computer. Unless it's hardware, then you can just put it onto a fucking PC, man. It's fine. Just include it with the game. You can just port it. They port the games themselves, and now we can port them using recompiling. If it's this easy, then
to be an
how come it
important
hasn't been
feature
done this
that
whole
was
time?
added to the emulator.
And it's free.
By
That's the only reason.
CHT file, both action replay or game genie codes could be loaded and stored per game.
That's the thing I hate about game discussion, because you're right, TJ, but I don't care. Because people will make all these technical excuses. It's like, hey, these people with infinite resources to do the very simple thing you want them to do can't do it because of this technical limitation that could easily be overcome by their infinite resources. Or the resources they're wasting on shit you don't give a fuck about. Like, I would have canceled Last of Us 2 in order to get Last of Us 1 on PC. I don't care what excuse some programmer comes up with. Just make it work. Just make it happen and just do what I want you to do. That's all that matters. Yeah, because, like, basically, to me, anything that comes out of a dev's mouth is fucking bullshit. Like, I don't care what you have to say. Because you can go, like, okay. If they can go, this game can't come to PC because porting it would be hard. I go, okay, what is your game for? Your game is for Nintendo. All right, port it in a Nintendo system. Well, that game for a Nintendo system over there got ported to PC, so why can't yours? That's the end of the discussion. If this, then this. You know, that's all there is to it. It's obvious, like, when it comes to dealing with capitalism, with products in general, if it can be done and it should be done, it should be done. That's it. That's all there is to it. Pirate software should be done with Heartbound by now, because Toby Fox made Undertale in a cave with spare parts, with a box of scraps, you know? Cave made Cave Story in a cave by himself. What fucking excuse does any other dev get at that point? You know?
with an unlimited amount. Now, of course, this feature wasn't exclusive to ZSNES, but thanks to the easy-to-use UI, it was easy to load, enable and disable cheats, and this could be done on the fly thanks to the robust UI. ZSNES was one of the earliest Super NES emulators to implement Mode 7 functionality, as well as correct transparency and custom chip support, including Super Effects, which saw its first implementation in May of 1998. While originally developed in assembly language,
has to check those emails and argue with them
to make it
and
more
groom
portable
children
to other platforms. And one of the most landmark releases of the emulator was in 2001 with the 1.30 version, which supported the SDD1 custom chip, which opened up support for games such as Star Ocean and Street Fighter Alpha 2. Star Ocean in particular was a demanding game that used speech and enhanced graphics.
You know what was so fucking infuriating a few years back? When Breath of the Wild was emulatable on Cemu, and all people could do is post their 4K screenshots going, it looks so good, but it runs like shit. Who cares if it looks good? It can't run half as good. It can't run half as good as it does on the Switch, so who fucking cares? You failed.
By the late 2000s, it was surpassed by
the goal of emulation is to make PC ports.
Hardware became faster and cheaper. In 2005, ZSNES would go open source, and by 2007, most of the development had ceased. But its legacy and lasting impact lives on. ZSNES was a pioneer in SNES emulation, and helped popularize emulators to those outside of the community, and it's still very much fondly remembered by retro gamers for its role in the early emulation scene. Its ability to tweak features on the fly and
it also doesn't help that it's cursed. Like every time someone tries to make their own Yandere sim, it just doesn't work out.
Features we discussed may not seem like a big deal, but in
I'll be honest.
These features
how the fuck is that game even working? Like, I don't... For me personally, I never quite understood what the appeal of Yandere Sim was.
Being able to record
it never looked like a fun game.
Speed runs, rewind, fast forward, apply graphical filters, disable backgrounds, sound.
Like, is it just Yandere Postal?
Play online
because it doesn't look like it plays as good as Postal. Looks like it plays clunky and shitty. And I'm just like, why are we dedicating? Why are we spilling so much ink over a game that looks this bad?
Bye for now.
Yeah, it's really cool learning how this works, but I mean, I feel so bad because like, emulation devs are some of the most talented, awesome people in the world who are making the giants. They are the giants whose shoulders are to be stood upon. Emulation is not an end goal in and of itself. Emulation is just a stopgap to get to our platform-free, everything on PC future. And it's a bummer that that's the case. Because I really want to be passionate, but these guys aren't doing something new. They're fixing a grave injustice. And to me, that's how I will always see it. It's that every game should be on PC, every game should be on Steam so that I can buy it. And emulator devs are just people who are making that the reality that's supposed to be. They're making it happen. And I'm so grateful for them doing that. But that's all emulation is. Emulation is the start on the road to PC ports. It's what we have instead of PC ports. And the second we get a PC port of something, I no longer care about the emulation of it. It's shitty because Yandev made it. I just don't get the appeal, honestly. Maybe, like, if I were to make Yandere Simulator, personally, I would make it like Postal. First person, make it control tight, make it control good. Have the game be about going about your daily tasks as a student. And honestly, it wouldn't even be a Yandere Simulator. It would be closer to something like Bully, where basically the whole game would be about you just trying to go about your daily student life as everyone gives you shit all the time. There's a girl you like, you can give her gifts, whatever. There's a guy you like, you can give him gifts. Every NPC has a name, every NPC has a schedule, that sort of thing. However, what I would focus on is friction. Like, you can just go to your classes and be a normal student and try to go about your daily life, but there are students that will make that difficult for you. You will be bullied, you will be harassed, you will be fucked with. And so you're going to use the tools at your disposal as a student, aka melee weapons, or maybe a gun you could sneak in. to dispose of the people giving you trouble. And whenever you do, it's then becomes Hitman-like, where it becomes about hiding the body and making sure no one sees you, breaking into offices so that you can scrub the security footage, and killing any other witnesses or paying them off. Of course, paying them off will require repeated spending of money, which is very tight because you're a high school student, so you might have to go think of a way to get money. Basically, I would make Yandere Simulator into an anime-themed Postal, pretty much. Yeah, same here. No one told me Lucy could pause the online game. Yeah, she's doing, she does quick hacks. But yeah, the game as it exists now, I just don't get it. I haven't seen a version of the game that looks appealing to me at all. I'd just probably make anime Postal. That's what I would do. I think Hitman's a weird choice. Alright, we're looking for Gordo. Gordo is a big motherfucker, so it shouldn't be hard to find him. But yeah, no, yeah, I just look at all this ink spilt over fucking Yandere, over a game that doesn't even look fun. Like, that's the other thing we got to talk about in the gaming community is we should stop talking about games until they're out and they're fun. Like, so much time and sweat and tears over Silksong, a game that does not even exist yet. You can't buy it, you can't play it, why should you care? Like, think about it. How silly is that? That all these people have wasted all this time and effort. They've gotten all emotionally invested and upset over nothing. Literally nothing. Same with Yandere Sim. The dude's making a game, he needs money from the fans. Has he made the game yet? No, stop giving him money. Just stop it. Just fucking cut him off. Ignore him. If he puts out something that's worth some money, then fine. Motherfucker should have started a Kickstarter and got investments.
Master want weeds. Us got big hands and not good at picking. You help us and we not hurt you. Us need gloomweed. Many weeds around here and near road. When you have gloomweed, you take to Master Holland in Brill Graveyard.
Like, it's just so silly and pointless, man. Again, that's why I just don't watch trade shows anymore. Yeah, exactly. Like, even if you show gameplay footage, you know, it could be a lie. It could all just be a lie. That's the sad thing, is like, that's what broke me so hard about Cyberpunk, is that everything I saw about that game, a trusted developer, gameplay footage that looked real, and it was all fake. All of it. And then there was Metal Gear Solid V, which broke me in a completely different way, where it's like, all this time watching trailer footage, poring over exactly what we thought the game would be, and it just happened to be the most boring version of what we thought it was going to be in our own heads, you know? That's all it was. Like, we saw the entire story in the trailers. If you watch the trailers for MGSV, literally every cutscene that's in the game is in those trailers. I'm gonna die. If you cared about MGSV for its story, you had no reason to play the game at all. Which was most Metal Gear fans at the time, myself included. No, gaming is broken, man. Like, fuck this looking at shit before it comes out shit. Let's just play it when it's out, and if it's good, it's good. Let's give it the praise it deserves. But we lavish so much attention on games that don't exist. Like not even games that are bad. Games that literally do not exist. Silksong does not exist. It's not a real game yet. When it's out and people have played it, then it's a real game. But until then, it doesn't fucking exist. So why are we wasting our time even talking about it? You know? If you have to be... And like, people are like, well, people get excited for things. If you have to be excited for things that don't exist, why don't you be excited for things that, I don't know, do exist? Why don't you just go play games that are already out and that are good and fun, rather than obsessing over these games that may or may not even be real? They could have canceled Silksong yesterday, and all that time would have been wasted. I would argue it's wasted anyway. And the people are dumb for caring. Man, I'm just in one of my moods tonight, huh? Sorry, guys. Still, like, it's real fucking annoying to me. Also, I get underwater breathing? That's awesome. Lucy is awesome. Too bad I got hit with mix-ups of the century. Damn. She seems like a tricky kind of character. She's a net runner after all. There are new awesome games that are coming out, absolutely, but like, if you haven't played it yet, it's new to you. There are way more new games in the past than there are in the future. Because if you haven't played it yet, it's new to you, you know? Alright, sell you, keep you. I kind of just want to sell the water because I can make my own water, you know? It's just more money. I need to go harvest some gloomweed. I guess that's kind of why I like being a PC player so much, is that it taught me patience. It's like, every game I see at E3, I look for the Steam store page, and it almost always releases at... It almost always doesn't have one. It almost always didn't have one, or it almost always released years later, you know? You know the best way to experience E3? Go to an article and look up what games got announced. Like, hey, what's the E3 roundup? What all got announced? Don't care about that, don't care about that, don't care about that. I care about this, 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 and this. Okay, cool. Now you've shortened a basically 9-hour commercial into less than 9 minutes. Look at you. Here's the best next step, though. Why don't you shorten that 9-minute commercial into a 0-minute commercial? Go to the Steam page, look at screenshots. If it doesn't have a Steam page, don't care anymore. If the screenshots look like crap, don't care anymore. And then, just move on with the rest of your day. You know why? Because those screenshots could all be bullshit. And then years later, when it's a game you've basically forgotten about, and people are screaming, "Oh my god, this game is so amazing," then play it. Then get it. Then get hyped. Then get excited. But until then, you have nothing to be excited about. And you're silly for being excited. Like, do you remember the experience growing up of seeing a trailer for a really cool game for a system you just did not have and could not afford? Did you obsess over that game, or did you just kind of move on with your life? Like, I wanted to play Halo my whole life growing up. I was a PlayStation kid. I didn't get to play Halo. I just moved on. I was just like, alright, well, I'll get to play it someday, I guess. I don't know. I could go on and on about my issues with the games industry, but, like, I think gamers kind of dug their own grave. Also, this area is fucking annoying. Let's take a break here for a second, eat our mushroom, heal up, and then go turn in some quests, and then tackle these motherfuckers when we're ready. Also, that was our first death, by the way. That's how death works in this game. You turn into a ghost and gotta run to your corpse. You don't trust pre-rendered footage because it's a lie, right? Well, at this point, I don't trust any footage because any footage can be a lie. Like, No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk made separate versions of the games just for the trailer. I can't trust that anymore. If I can't trust CD Projekt, I can't trust anybody, you know? Let's all just find games ourselves. Who cares about marketing? Look for games yourself. Go through your discovery queue. Play games that look interesting to you. And if they're worth your time, they'll show up, you know? Games that are 10 out of 10 games rarely get completely lost. Like, I hate to put that out there, but games that are truly masterpieces rarely ever completely fall by the wayside. If a game is truly great, people will go out of their way to promote it, to advertise it, and make sure it gets the attention it needs. So you can just chill. How's combat in this game supposed to be fun? So this is the early game. The early game for this game is extremely simple. Right now, it's pretty basic. This is because these games are meant to be for everybody. Like, your mom is supposed to be able to play this game no problem. That's how this game is built. By the end of tomorrow's session, we're going to be Final Fantasy 14ing this shit. We're going to be we're going to be moving between AoEs. We're going to be comboing together abilities. As the game gets more complex, it gets more fun and it gets more difficult. Right now, we're basically in the tutorial, though. And it's very simple. It's meant to teach you about gearing and that sort of thing, but it's going to pick up real quick real soon. Don't you worry. This game's legit. Alright, now I gotta retreat, because shit's rough. It's rough in these retreats. Yeah, so the basic gameplay from the very beginning is standing and hitting, but as you go throughout the game, you get more actions you can do. Right now, we just have Frostbolt and Fireball. I could alternate between the two, but I'm mainly just trying to get used to using Frostbolt. But as we go on, you'll get more and more abilities. That's why I like Rogue so much. Rogue gives you so much to work with from the start. Honestly, Patsy, if you were to play this game, I'd recommend Rogue. You would love it. You would love Rogue. Rogue is so much fun. But for now, this is Mage gameplay. Yeah, so that's why it's, like, again, that ties into my whole waiting on things is better thing. You know what's great? Not caring what people say until the show's over. Waiting till a show completely ends and getting away from the dumbass fandom drama, which is mostly based on bullshit and personal opinion and grifters. And just watching the shit when it's done. And you can watch it, you can binge the whole thing, and be happy. I sat through the entirety of Attack on Titan, and I hated that show the whole time. I was miserable because everyone around me I talked with had the worst takes imaginable. And were just the stupidest motherfuckers. And then, years later, I watched the whole thing in a single weekend on my own with my girlfriend, and we had a great time. And none of that shit mattered. People can call Vinland Saga woke right now, but all that's going to matter 50 years from now is it good? People bitched about Evangelion when it came out. It doesn't make it not a masterpiece, you know? Yeah. By the way, this isn't it gets good 20 hours in. This has maybe like a couple hour long tutorial. And besides, this is going way slower because I'm reading everything. But yeah. It's the game needs to teach you this basic shit so that when you get further in, you don't just get your ass kicked. Anyway, quest complete. Let's go turn it in. Because it gets into that really nice, like, Ubisoft sandbox or, like, immersive sim territory later on where you're like, alright, I see that camp full of enemies, that fort full of enemies, my target is right there, I know it's right there. How the fuck do I get around those people? Because you can't fight everybody as a single class. It means you gotta think, you gotta play smart. So I can freeze these people, turn these people into sheep, blast these people with an ice bolt, kite them out of the area, kill them, go back in, and then make my way through, either infiltrating using a stealth spell, or by just walking through. Or I can wait for another group to come by and join up with them and strategize with them how we get through an area. Yeah, just Rybon, here's what you do. You just check out. You just stop. You just stop caring until it's done. When it's done, it's done. But until then, it's not anything. It's an unfinished... Like, would you watch a movie? Would you sit down and watch a movie that was only halfway finished? No, you wouldn't. Would you sit in a movie theater where people are constantly spoiling the movie that's halfway finished as you're trying to watch it because they read the script? No. No, you wouldn't. If you heard a movie was halfway done, you'd be like, I'm gonna wait till that movie's done. And that's what you should do with TV shows. And that's what I would do with TV shows. Every problem that exists with television can be solved by just waiting for the fucking show to end. Just don't care until it's done. You're not gonna miss out on anything. The only thing you're gonna miss out on is the parts that suck. The theorizing, the discussion, the endless arguing, the people crying woke, or the people crying racist or sexist. You just get to avoid all that and then watch it yourself and form your own opinion. It's awesome.
What is it?
And you can't be spoiled on something you don't give a fuck about. Like, I've seen so much shit from Demon Slayer. Do I know anything about Demon Slayer? No, so I'm not spoiled. Same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, because... Oh, God, I should read these. Sorry, I'm forgetting to read. I'm just yapping. Sorry, guys. I'll try to get back to it. Grave Robbers. Putrid Task.
Scourge have trickled into Tirisfal glades and have infested the area west of Brill, near the old bridge. Go there, and beat back the rotting dead and ravaged corpses you find. Scatter their bones and bring back their putrid claws, and the Death Guard will reward you.
Grave Robbers.
The mass graves, now southwest of Garen's haunt to the north, were made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths Tirisfal suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in these graves have so far been spared in undeath, but the Scourge now sends rot-eyed gnolls to gather their corpses and use them to bolster their armies. This cannot be allowed. Your task is twofold. Slay the rot-hides at the mass grave in Garen's haunt, and gather them from the embalming ichor that gives them life.
Abandoned quest. But, yeah, no, it's just... It's the reason, like... again, tying into my whole thing of, like, you just gotta decide what you care about, man. In the time you're waiting for new episodes to watch, you could watch 10 other shows that were amazing, you know? I like, just use your time well. Time is valuable. Use it well. What am I looking for, by the way? That is, I'm looking for... Proof of Demise. Death Guard Burgess is what I'm looking for. Okay, that's not available yet, I don't think. Death Guard Executor Gizagan, Death Guard Morris, Morganus, Amogus. Alright. And this is Graveborn the Elder. That's a level 60 quest. I ain't gonna get that anytime soon. But no, yeah, I just don't engage in fandom discussion because, like... Again, all of this stuff, all of this ink spilt over nothing, man. I hate spilled ink! Stop spilling ink! Stop wasting your time! Jesus Christ! You know, just stop caring. Stop caring until there's something worth caring about. Yeah, and you're like chasing down the books when you could just, I don't know, download the entire thing on your phone and read it all, and then buy the books as a nice present for yourself later on. It's like, it doesn't gotta be like that, man. Just take a break from Vinland Saga, go read Berserk. That's my advice to you. It's never gonna get finished, so it's basically finished. Just quit reading when the author dies, and there you go. Oh shit! I should have read that. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting to read. The documents Executor Aaron provided us the break we needed in our battle with the wretched Scarlet Crusade. We now know their exact locations throughout Tirisfal Glades, but the Death Guard has larger concerns. The Lich King's army grows in number each night. We need someone with initiative like yourself to drive the Scarlet Crusade to the grave. But then again, Ryvon, your situation is different because you don't have an Android phone or a computer, so you're kind of just shit out of luck. Prove to me you are capable of serving the Dark Lady by traveling west to the tower, past the Solden farmstead, and slay 10 Scarlet Warriors.
I haven't got all day.
Oh shit. Wait up.
No.
Let's read that. Yes, what is it? The Forsaken, they suddenly do have huge appetites. Make yourself at home, yes? Rest those weary bones. My name's Renee, if you need anything at all.
Oh, a letter! Wonderful news. I've been waiting on word from my dear old mother in Death Knell. Such a saint she is. I wonder how she's holding up. What? Too cheery? Not buying it, are you? Well, get lost then. It's really no business who let us from anyway. Go on. Get lost. Come back when you've got some coin to spend, loafer. Next thing you know, you'll be coming back to rest after a long day's adventure or some stupid thing like that. Damn, what a bitch.
Embrace the shadow. Dark lady, watch over you.
Let's just say I really wish I didn't care about Game of Thrones until it had ended. Like, I had so many heated debates with people about that. It was all so much of a waste of time. Well, yeah, that's the thing. So here, like, again, yeah, my mindset is that all you're going to avoid is the negative. All you're going to avoid is the shit takes. Because those shit takes are just going to be forgotten, whereas the good takes, the genuinely good critiques and, like, analysis of Vinland Saga, that's going to be remain. That's going to remain, that's going to be remembered. But all the shit takes that are just terrible, that's what's going to be forgotten. Sorry, I have like no tolerance for bad takes.
And you are.
Like I am past the point of accepting that or giving a shit. And what's great is that when you experience a show on your own years later in a vacuum, you can just appreciate the show for what it is. And then now that you have your own experience, you can compare and contrast it with what other people say. So, like, when I finish The Sopranos, I get to call all those people who didn't like the ending idiots, because they're idiots, you know? When I finish Berserk, or whatever manga I'm interested in reading, I get to have the... I guess what I like is being able to know in my heart that I like something or dislike something. I don't like the constant challenging, I don't like the constant debating and the bitching and the whining. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of fandom crap. Conjure food, Fire Blast, Fireball. Alright, Fire Blast. Okay, now we're gonna start to get... Now this is gonna start to get interesting, because now I have a fast spell I can weave in alongside my other spells. Let me just click. There we go. So, we got Gordo's Task. We can go turn that in. I need to talk to Proof of Demise, Death Guard Burgess. This is probably a guy who's on the road that I can talk to. So he'll come up when I can see him. New Plague available by Apothecary Linden. B. Johnson. Hey, Linden.
What now?
What now? Lady Sylvanas has called upon the Royal Apothecarius Society. The Dark Lady believes our knowledge will couple with the key with the newfound magic will provide the key to Arthas's demise. She has challenged us to concoct a new plague, a plague deadlier than any ailment on Azeroth. The new disease will bring Arthas's Scourge army to ruin. My studies show the blood of beasts might prove to be the key. Bring me 5 vials of Darkhound blood.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. That's really good, actually. I think if we had a proper Berserk adaptation, a similar thing would happen. Like, we'd hit the Golden Age arc and a bunch of people would fall off. Right. Apothecary Johan in the town of Brill wants you to collect 5 vials of Darkhound blood. Cool, I gotta hunt the Darkhounds anyway. Perfect. Man, I wish Obi was here. That sucks that his game's not working. Oh, it's okay. It's all good. Against Arxis really cooked there. Yeah, Lucy's awesome. I do plan on eventually picking up Stride. I don't know if I'll get it on PC. I think I just want to get it, like... Because I was actually thinking about starting to buy consoles again eventually, just to have couch co-op games, and that's what, like, fighting games are like a gold mine for local multiplayer.
What does the shadow will?
Here's some Gloomweed, buddy. What's this? Gloomweed? I have no need for Gloomweed. That mindless mass of flesh is out there pissing daisies. And convincing the lady knows how many dupes like you into doing the same. No offense. Very well, since you're here now, that's all that matters. Since I'm not going to bother and try to explain things to that abomination about how you How about you collect what I really need? Doom weed. So you can see the predicament I'm in, Freezy Steve. That thing is out there collecting the wrong weeds. I'll make it worth your while to gather what I need. Bring back to me enough doom weed and I'll give you a suitable reward. It's my understanding they like to plague the flora near the mass gravesite, to the north of the Brill graveyard. Hurry, and be mindful of the gnolls in the area. Doom weed. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, the hit to the sadness. It's hard to combo through the tears. But then again, doesn't that happen to what's the guy's name? Guilty Gear. I had some sweet memories. Yeah, for people playing, don't Zato players have to deal with the same thing? Yes, I did. I did actually, and I did respond to it. I have not played Elden Ring yet, no. I'd like to. It's a game I'm very excited to play. Looks fantastic, looks amazing. It's what I've wanted from... It's actually what I've kind of wanted from the Souls series. It's what I was hoping Dark Souls 2 would actually be. A big, living, breathing world that's every bit as detailed as Dark Souls 1, but larger. Dude, I'm fucking hyped. I don't have it yet, but I really want to play it, and I'm really excited to. I think what I'm going to do with the Souls games on the channel is I think I just really like playing those games either by myself or with Vea. I think what I'll do is my first playthrough, I'll always play it myself. However, when I do my second playthrough, we'll do a co-op playthrough. Leaves from the vine, falling so slow. Little tiny shells, drifting on the foam. Brave soldier boy, come marching home. Little soldier boy, come marching home. So now I can combo in. Fire Blast with in between my frost bolts. So basically, the mage is like, for lack of a better word, is a turret. You're like playing. You sit in one spot and you shoot spells and you do as much damage as you can as quickly as possible. It's basically the rogue, but from a distance. You bet it is. I'm selling that. Selling that. Selling that. That. Keeping that. Selling that. And keeping that. Once I get to the Undercity's auction house, I'll be able to sell for a lot more. 200 yards, 87 yards. Let's do 87 yards, because it's right over there. We might as well. I'll try not to backseat. Yeah, no problem. Oh, I missed that. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, that's great. Sounds good, man. I appreciate that. I love you guys telling me about games that you like, by the way. I got nothing against that. It's when people are rude that I can't stand. I have zero tolerance for rudeness. And you guys are good about that. You know? Within reason. I trust you guys. But yeah, so now we can thread in Flame Strike when they get close enough. And soon when we get Frost Nova, we can start freezing people. We can start freezing enemies. We can start turning enemies we don't want to fight into sheep. Like we're starting to get our options will expand rapidly with Mage as it levels up. But yeah, I don't mind some backseating. It's fine. In fact, you know what backseating should be? Backseating should be like reading notes in Dark Souls. That's what backseating should feel like. It should feel like you just read a really helpful note in a Souls game. could also alternate between fire and ice, but well, the problem is the fire buff would remove the ice buff. I just realized my DPS meter's not working either. I'm gonna have to fuck with shit. Oh, I love getting into the lore of the games. I just, I think I've talked a bit about this on stream, but for me, Dark Souls lore ends with Dark Souls 1. I cannot stand what they did to the lore of Dark Souls 1 after Dark Souls 1 and 3 and 2. Because I continued watching Vadi, even though I didn't really play the games that much, and I just, every time I try to get into Souls 2 and 3, I have a hard time. And I think the reason is because Dark Souls games work so well because you're able to fill in the blanks yourself. And because Bloodborne has no sequel, I'm never going to reach a point where the game's like, no, you're wrong. Here's what was really happening, you know? Like, the undead curse isn't actually a curse. It's the natural state of the undead in... It's the natural state of humanity. The pygmies and the undead are one, and the hollows are one and the same. It's that the initial creation of humanity was artificial by Manus taking the Dark Soul into himself and using the fire of Gwyn. The Age of Dark isn't... Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Souls 2 and 3 I just don't dig and can't get into story-wise. And I think those games are way better as singular stories that allow you to just kind of sit with them and imagine your own thing, you know? Yeah, I love Souls 1 lore. Dark Souls 1 lore is like is peak. I love it. So good. Simple, good little stories and fables. Bloodborne lore is fucking awesome too. Sekiro I'm having a harder time with because so much of it is just historical. And I feel like I need to brush up on my Japanese history before I can start to understand what's going on in that game, you know? But once I do, you know? Am I gonna win this? I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna lose this so hard. Oh, no, I'm not. I have an idea. Hey, it's working. I'm just gonna kite this motherfucker. Yeah, get him. Fuck him up. Oh, he resisted it. All right, let's try again. And dead. Fuck yeah. I really like the vibe in 1. Bloodborne, for me, is just, like, I have been dreaming... Like, here's the thing about a game. If I start to have dreams about not doing anything gameplay-wise, but living in your world, you've done a good job with the atmosphere. Like, I dreamed about Yharnam for weeks after playing Bloodborne, and I've been dreaming about the kingdom you're in and Sekiro nonstop. I've been dreaming about it constantly. And I am at the bottom of ranked. How competitive mode being released usually goes. Well, the good news is you'll be able to put people at your skill level. To me, the point of competitive modes is less about climbing and more about just having consistently good matches. But yeah, I dreamed of Dark Souls constantly after I beat it the first time. I was obsessed. I actually need to look up a boss order guide on Bloodborne right now because I just beat Rom, and I'm trying to find out whether or not I want to delve deeper into the Chalice dungeons or finish the rest of the game, you know? Like, I know I want to finish the Chalice dungeons before I tackle the Old Hunters, and I know I want to do the Old Hunters right before, like, I like to do the Old Hunters right before fighting Gehrman. Same thing goes with Dark Souls 1. I like to do Artorias of the Abyss right before fighting Gwyn. Yep. Yeah, we're starting to get, like, even right now you can feel I'm starting to get options. I can do a quick burst of damage. I have a buff now. I have more buffs I can use. It's really getting up there. Yeah, I actually have a Dark Souls tattoo I want to get. I want to get a tattoo with a bonfire, really bad. I want it on my wrist or on the back of one of my hands, maybe. Somewhere that's like a canvas. I might actually get it on the back of my left hand, because I want to get the Brand of Sacrifice from Berserk somewhere on my body. Probably my wrist. Just because my hands are something I'm always looking at, and I feel like it would look really good. So maybe like Brand of Sacrifice on one side of my wrist, bonfire on the other. But I think the bonfire would be better at the back of my hands. It would hurt like hell, but I mean... I actually have a bunch of tattoos picked out I want to get. I want to get... Backing up at round start, hell yeah. I want to get the Scout Regiment livery on my shoulder. And I eventually want to get the full-blown Sephiroth from... Specifically the one you see in Ghost in the Shell tattooed on my spine. But that's going to be like... That's like an end-of-life, end-game tattoo. But I want to make sure that if I get a tattoo, it needs to be a symbol that has specific meaning to me, and all of those symbols have very strong meanings to me as, you know, me being who I am. The Scout Regiment tattoo ties into my desire to explore, my desire to be free, wings of freedom, you know. The Brand of Sacrifice ties into the trauma I've experienced and how I continue to struggle through life, even though I've experienced some horrible, horrible things. The bonfire is actually twofold. It isn't just Dark Souls. It's a fire, specifically. But it's simultaneously a reference to Dark Souls, but also a reminder that I need to carry the fire, that I need to continue to be a good person and continue to be kind to others and try to inspire them to be kind as well. It's simultaneously a reference to Dark Souls, No Country for Old Men, Blood Meridian, and The Road. And I've thought about getting the Imperial Aquila, but I think that might be a bit too fashy. But also, yeah. AOT or Vinland Saga, absolutely. Maybe even the Yorha symbol from Nier wouldn't be bad. Should I be using... Okay, I'm gonna start using rank 2 of Fireball, because it's fucking... It does way more damage. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, take a break from using Frostbolt for a minute. Maybe a Xeon tattoo, but I don't know. It's like... I like the Wings of Freedom in Attack on Titan because of the specific meaning they have. Same thing goes for the Bonfire in Dark Souls. The Brand of Sacrifice, same thing. Like, it needs to be something that actually inspired me. Like, those are all symbols that, to me, gave me something that I carried into my life. That made me happy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely just the cool factor. Like, I might get a Daiguren. Like, I would love to get the Daiguren flag tattooed on my chest or on my pecs, you know? Because that right there, that's got some fucking inspirational qualities to it. Whew. Yeah, just, And also, like, because of my skin color, I think that would look really good on me. Ooh, you have no enemies. Quote on the blade would go hard. That would go hard, yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel like my tattoo desires fit into 3 tiers. There's the that would be cool tier, and then there's the this has significant meaning to me tier. And I don't think I can feel good about getting... Like, I don't think I can feel good about getting a ooh, this would be cool tattoo until I get all of the this has significant meaning to me, tattoos out of the way, you know? Yeah, until we get a higher level of Frostbolt, we're gonna stick with Fireball. I don't know, like, maybe there was an update in, like, auto detect or something, because everyone seems to be struggling with that lately. Like, everyone who's in chat has been struggling with auto correct fucking with them. It's weird. Like, I can see a lot of people, like, I can imagine a lot of people getting the patterns from K-pop Demon Hunters as a tattoo. Like, that has significant meaning. Especially if you're queer. Like, especially if you're queer or trans or basically have horizontal identity that's separate from your parents. Like, that the markings tattoo from that probably has significant meaning to you. Because of what it means in the story, you know? That's my rule. Like, I can do a pop culture tattoo. I'm willing to do these pop culture tattoos as long as they have significant meaning to me, and as long as they stand on their own as a symbol. I think I might start with the Attack on Titan one, though, because it seems the least painful, because it's going to be on a fleshy part of my arm versus on the back of my hand, or my spine, or my wrist. I don't know why I'm exclusively picking painful areas to get my tattoos. I could also get the Berserk tattoo on my nape, like what Guts has. Would not mind doing that either. That would not be a bad place to put it. Yeah, absolutely. Media, you should not be sacrificing your life to obsess over media. Media should give you lessons that you carry into your life to make you happier.
I'm listening.
Sorry I've been so preachy this stream, though. I got stuff to say, you guys. I got stuff to say. While you were collecting samples for me, my experience led me to realize that more reagents will be required for this new disease to spread properly. Poisoning some hapless victim is child's play. Plaguing an entire world proves to be a bit more complicated. I will need 5 vile-fin scales from the locks in the vicinity. You will find the creatures along the coast to the north or to the west. Yep, so now what we can do here is put the weak troll's blood poison on our bar, and now we have healing options. Organdus. 304, 30. Okay, we got Doomweed, 310. Okay. Pew 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 pew. But yeah, media you consume should inspire your life. It should not be a parasitic relationship. It's why I get so mad about like microtransactions and gambling and gacha and AI and stuff, and it's that because this is something that's supposed to be bringing your life value, and you're letting it sap value from your life. And you're saying that you enjoy it, and that always upsets me, personally, because for me, video games have always inspired me to be... Like, the media I consume has always inspired me to be a better person. Okay, that's not the quest I want to do right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a Frost Shield, let them hit me, and then I'm running for the hills. How long does this last? Oh, it lasts an hour. Hell yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna team up and take it down. There's the Doomweed. Alright, well now that we're out of combat, we can start pulling from a distance here on these guys. Oh, he cursed me. Damn. I curse you! I curse you! No curses! Bad Grimbo! Go get Filet-O-Fish! Get Filet-O-Fish! we go. Oh, I thought I bugged it out. I thought I could just get infinite pickups. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Not gonna lie. The music has been probably the biggest upgrade. I'm really happy about that. But, it also helps that it's just good. I wouldn't be singing any of these songs if the movie itself wasn't as awesome as it is, you know? I wouldn't even bother. Where the hell's the Wombweed? Doomweed, god damn it. I didn't... What the hell? Words are weird. Language is funny. Hilarious, even. So yeah, there's the Doomweed. I'm fucked. Getting out of here. How's the curse do? It reduces my spirit. Okay. That's gonna suck. You're still following me? Yes, they are. Okay. Leave me alone! Fuckers, leave me alone. Fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Oh, I thought he had a skull by his name. This is catchy, man. Just good shit. No, I was actually really sour on that movie for like the first 20 minutes of it, and the turning point was when Jingu showed up. Like, he really turned the story around for me. It's just like, is this entire thing just gonna be a fucking K-pop puff piece? And it was for a minute, but then it got really good. Where's the Doomweed? Oh, damn it. No Doomweed. There's the Doomweed. Right here. Okay, well, I'll kill this guy first, and then... Got him. Alright, fuck him up. Stick him up. Stick him, stick him, stick him. Stick him in... You stick him, I dick him. You should stay here, because I only got 3 viewers. I need someone to talk to while I do this, or I'm gonna go fucking insane. Bum ba da bum ba da da bum ba da bum ba da da. Oof. 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 Oh, my dad's calling me. I gotta get out of here. Oh, bye. Damn. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I think I'm just gonna stop promoting on anything that isn't Twitch. Because, like, I've been thinking about it, and it's like... you know, it's so much, all this work and effort, and it's like, no one ever talks on those other platforms, you know? I might as well just stop doing that. I love having you guys here, but I also want new blood on the channel, and I'm not gonna get new blood if I'm not willing to promote outside of my current circle. Where are we going next? I have not seen a single other player in my whole time playing this. I'm getting nervous. I mean, I can quickly re-level to where I'm at right now. It's not a big deal. But like, I'm like thinking like, where is everybody? Yeah, I can't enter the channel yet. I don't think I can. I don't think I can talk until I hit level 10 to avoid the gold seller problem. Yeah, I get that. It's Doomweed time. We're Doomweeding up in this bitch. I didn't even want to work on the fucking Rothhide Knoll quest. They just happen to be here. They're in the way, you know. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's two. Hell yeah. 2 more Doomweeds coming right up. But yeah, I'm really hoping that as I level and get further into the game, I see more people, because, like, right now, it is a fucking ghost town right now, and I'm getting really worried that there's just not anybody else playing the game. Maybe this is just a really unpopular starting zone. I'm starting to get concerned, because yeah, that right there, that's deeply concerning. Because that's 12 people popping up on the /who. What the fuck is going on in this server? Hold up. I had to fight his owner. Everlook, WoW population. I need to look and see what the server pop is. I should have done this before. I started playing. Because I want to know, like, where the fuck is everyone? Okay. That's Everlook Lakeshire. That's not what I'm on, though. That is deeply concerning. Here, let's do something real quick. Maybe just Undead's not very popular? I don't know, because I'm not seeing it. Like, I'd like to see... Hold on, let me see if I can turn on world chat. Join new channel, world, looking for chat. About world chat. Okay. I had to fight his owner. No. Vanilla. Wow, join world channel. /join world. Okay. Alright, I'm in the world chat now, so let's see what happens. Dude, is this server dead? Like, this right here is so fucking concerning. Like, the fact that I can't see anybody else, like 12 people, that's 5. That's 5 whole people, that's not 12. Alright, let me just, deal with this fucking knoll. Everlook, PvP, population. 10k average, it said. We may need to move to a different server, because... Yeah... Where the fuck is everyone? Alright, let me log off. Let me log off and switch to a different character. I just want to see how bad it is, because right now it's like, okay, I'm on a high population server. How come I'm not seeing anybody else in the undead starting zone, and how come /who is bringing up literally nobody? Like, am I invisible to the rest of the game until I hit a certain level? Hold on, let's just do make a human real quick. Tester. Because, yeah, that's concerning if so. Alright, I see no other players. I see 11 other players. Okay, I see at least one. God damn it! Your spam protection is killing my ability to check and see if this fucking server even has a population, you idiots. I wonder if that's being done on purpose. Tell you what, I'm gonna go walk into Stormwind City. If Stormwind City's dead, I'm switching servers. Because I think we were fucking bullshitted. I don't think this had... Like, I think this server might be dead. Why am I human? Because I've played for 3 hours and I haven't run into a single other person on my undead character. I'm just checking to see if this server's actually alive. Because, look, when I do my /who, this is all I get. 11 people. So I'm heading into Stormwind, and if no one's there, then we may want to switch to a different one. I can quickly make up my progress on FREEZEY Steve, no problem. It's not a big deal, but I just want to make sure, you know. I would have run to Orgrimmar, but that's a lot harder to get to. Did you check Realm Lists? I did. Realm List says that this is a high population server, but the Realm List can lie. So I just want to make sure that it's telling the truth before I invest a bunch of time into a dead server. We may need to switch to Chronos or something else, but hopefully we won't have to leave the... Hopefully we won't have to leave the circle that is... Because, like, Neris. Is Neris on the list? Neris appears on the list. Okay, cool. This is Goldshire. Goldshire at this time should be full of people. Nice, that sounds good. Sriracha Doritos, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just... Man, Ryvon just pulled the saddest shit. He's like, hey, I want to go check out some other streamers. Do you have any recommendations? And I'm like, you should stay here because I have 2 people watching right now. And he's like, sorry, my dad's calling me. Fucking bullshit, man. I'm calling such bullshit on Ryvon. Dude, if you want to leave, just say you want to go, man. Don't make up some nonsense. Calling him the fuck out. Please, no, I just want to go to Stormwind. What's with the ghosts? Those aren't supposed to be there. What's with the weird new mobs? What the fuck are they doing here? Right. I'll be honest, yeah, it's not... I don't know. We can go back to Turtle if you want, or we can... Like, honestly, I would rather make a fresh character on Turtle than play on this, but I'm not sure. Well, they shouldn't be here. They're not normally here, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Maybe there's like an event going on. I don't know. Everlook confuses me. I'll just say that much. Yeah, what are you guys... Who are you guys fighting? Is that an enemy player? No, it's an undead. Why is there just a random undead in Stormwind? What the fuck? I just wanted to play vanilla World of Warcraft. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, we might want to do Chronos, because, like, this one is not... What the fucking fuck? Wow, private. What the fuck? I am blown away at what I just witnessed. It's like, what are they doing? What are they actually doing?
The Battle of the Giants.
I don't, like, what the fuck? Vanilla status, population. Please give me high population. Blizz-like, yes. I just want high pop Blizz-like. Bear WoW TCM. Veritas, white main. I don't want Cataclysm. I want fucking... Oh my god, you stupid motherfuckers. I wonder how Chronos 3 is doing. Okay, yeah, it's fallen off. Alright, how about Elysium? Nope. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw on some music or something while we figure this out.
What about Anniversary? I don't know what that is, but... Oh, wait.
I love how I specify that I want a fucking vanilla realm, and the first result it gives me is Cataclysm. I just... No, I don't want fucking Cataclysm. You stupid motherfucker. Use the filters I put on. Cataclysm, vanilla. Turtle WoW is the top-rated one. You know, Warmane has a vanilla. We can just do the fucking vanilla server on Warmane.
I always make a Pangara.
Well, I don't want to fucking skip expansions, man.
Yeah, but you said it, but I thought I only had 2.
Hold on, let me boot up Warmane real quick.
There's Mists and Burn... Oh yeah, there's Burning Crusades.
There should be vanilla as well, but I'm not sure. Let me just boot up Warmane real quick. Yeah, this is very frustrating, because all I wanted was just classic WoW but for free, and it's like, that used to be something you could get easily, and now it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I kind of wish they like just did the minimum, like changes, so it could be like the original, but no, just barely.
Yeah, I just want to see which one's the vanilla one. Alright, that's Nixia is the Burning Crusade. Nixia's Wrath of the Lich King, and then Burning Crusade's PTR is PTR. And then Wrath is Wrath. Okay, cool, so we can't use Warmane for that.
Stupid kids.
Right. Where'd the music go? Because Everlook sucks. Alright, hold up, let's read this. We have a bot system. Alright, never mind. Permadeath, True Azeroth. Alright,
what about... No, that's Ascension.
We got True Azeroth, QOL, powerful modern server, scripted dungeons and raids, full cross-faction interaction system, world PvP still active. Okay, maybe we should try True Azeroth. I did not expect this to turn into a testing out private server stream, but fuck it.
Wait, which one again? True Azeroth?
Yeah, I'm just trying. I don't want to actually download the whole thing though. I'd like to just. You know what? Yeah, we'll start fresh next week. Like this has been a kind of a dud, but we should test it off stream to make sure it works. Here's the link to the True Azeroth. Let's give it a try and see if we can make it work. For now, though,
we should do Ascension
one day. For now, though, I'm tired and I want to go lay down. This has kind of bummed me out. All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you tomorrow for some Morrowind. Take care, my friends. Let's go ahead and find ourselves another WoW streamer to raid, and then and then me and Obi are gonna stay here after and work on getting this set up. Because, god damn it, it was time for FREEZEY Steve. It really was. But his time will have to wait.
He's
just like there wasn't a single other player. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, it says there's... Oh, it has 1 star anyways. But it says there's 5,000 on the website.
Well, they're full of shit because I saw 11 people on the server. Alright, we're gonna raid... Oh god, wait, no, he's got a dancing ugly. He's got a dancing 343 Halo model. Ew. It's got bad tastes. Let's limit ourselves to other VTubers playing this. How about that? Yeah. Oh. Is there a classic WoW?
I watch VTubers all the time. Yeah.
Nope. They're just regular WoW. Okay. VTuber. Let's just see what VTubers we have streaming WoW. Alright. Alright. Nobody at my level. Everyone there is playing has way more viewers than me. So let's just scroll and see what we find.
You'll still be contributing notes.
Yeah, but I want to make sure it counts. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and find ourselves... We're going to go ahead and raid a follower then. Raid a friend. Alright, we're going to go ahead and raid Casual Murder, who is playing Baldur's Gate 3. Take care, my friends.
Ooh. Bye-bye.
I will see you tomorrow.
I get free 250 points.
Yay. But yeah, next